Here we are, Friday Night Lights. Gary Crispin with Bay Bear high atop STA Stadium. Millionaires top of the hour getting ready for Delaware Valley coming in. The Warriors are 6-1, and arch nemesis in some of those big games over the last few years. Keith Olsemer, the coach, former Penn State tight ends, got a great program. They come in heavily favored. But a Millionaire team, babe, that seems to be getting back to getting a lot of their guys back and healthy, and some guys who did not play the last couple of weeks. It ought to be fun coming up tonight at 7.
Well, you know, in a number of ways, it turns out to be a big game. Millionaires have their starting players back, their backfield back, basically, that they didn't have in the last week or so. And, you know, so it could turn out to be a big one. But you're looking at a Williamsport Millionaire team that's lost 3 of its last 4 games. All right, now a lot of that, it was injury prone and so on, but you know, hopefully they have that back and they have that taken care of. You're looking at a Delaware Valley team that lost their first game of the season, all right, to Penn Ridge, as you had already mentioned, and then started bulldozing through the rest of their schedule. And it's pretty incredible that they could turn it around, because they got shut out in that first game against Penn Ridge. Now, if the Williamsport Millionaires can believe they can win this game, right, it could be a good one. Right, this team is. I have a little caveat to that 6-1 record that they have, and that caveat we'll talk about in the second segment, and we'll talk a little bit about, you know, how you evaluate these two teams.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Delaware Valley 6-1, Millionaires coming into week number 8, 3-4 on the season, and trying to even it up at 500. Dallas Grease will be back coming off that concussion. We're going to take a timeout. This is the Rennie Road Armor All-State Game. You're watching Friday Night Lights, brought to you by Fairfield for fantastic deals. Hey, we're back. Rennie Road Armor All-State Insurance Game of the Week. Rennie, we're doing this a lot of years. One of the things you have told me over the years, how important the policy review is. And it's not a matter of selling somebody more insurance. It's about finding out everything in their life so something doesn't slip through the cracks.
Right. Make sure the policies are adequate for the changes they've gone through. Make sure we have all the discounts that are on there. Make sure liability is updated. So many people make changes in their life, how often they drive, different cars, children off the policy that are still showing on. Things change. You need to go over these policies.
And the great thing about it, you're talking about those discounts. 8 out of 10 of your policy reviews end up saving that person money. That's big.
Exactly. Our goal when they get in here is twofold. Make sure that they're paying the best price and make sure their coverage is adequate. Either one can cause problems.
You know, we always tell you, when you come to Rennie Road Armor Allstate Insurance, it's like Cheers. Everybody knows your name. It's like a family get-together because they become part of the Rennie Road Armor Allstate family.
Exactly. 41 years in it. My clients are like family, most of them. I have tons of them with me 41 years.
That's why you still do it all these years. Rennie Road Armor Allstate Insurance. Everybody's talking about Chaos, the brand new Chaos Fun Zone, fun for the entire family, featuring 40 arcade games, laser tag, 12 brand spanking new boutique bowling lanes, indoor trampoline at Fly World, plus slam dunk hoops, dodgeball court, perfect for birthday parties and corporate events. Great food, fun, and all the games for the entire family. Chaos Fun Zone. Biter's Furniture, Mattress, and Appliances, 1966. Family owned, everything you need. Eric Biter, what's hot right now here?
What's hot right now is our sleep center. We've got one of the largest selections of mattresses in the area. Don't forget to add the adjustable base so you can go ahead and do that computer work or iPad work while you're sitting in bed. We've got motion furniture so you can watch the big game. And in the appliance department, tons of color. We've got black stainless, we've got slate, we've got it all.
Nobody does it like Biter's Furniture, Mattress, and Appliance, Route 15, South Side. Palco Federal Credit Union has served the area for over 75 years. Tom, Rachel, congratulations.
Thank you, Gary. We pride ourselves in our flexible, competitive loan products that we offer. We can finance houses, cars, boats. We offer a Visa card that's 8.9% fixed rate. Great products.
And I know your members love the online banking.
Absolutely. It's very easy to do. Just log on and you conduct all your business from your home.
Check it today. Palco Federal Credit Union, member serving members for 75 years.
For over 33 years, Fairfield has been proud of what we sell and service. That's why we put our name on everything we sell. So whether you visit our Ford location in Williamsport or Montoursville, for our Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram dealerships in Muncie or Danville, or our Chevy Cadillac dealership on Route 15 in Lewisburg. You'll always experience great customer service during and long after the sale. Fairfield, you're gonna love us.
Hey, we're back. Friday Night Lights brought to you by Fairfield Auto Group. Fairfield for fantastic deals at Palco Federal Credit Union, babe. They are saluting our fast facts about tonight's Millionaire game against Delaware Valley. Delaware Valley heavily favored coming in. Can the Millionaires stun them? Hang around. I think, the defense has certainly been a key. Let's talk about some of the fast facts coming into this game.
Well, the fast facts you can take a quick look at a bit. I don't know if they mean a whole lot in this game. The Millionaires have outscored their opponents so far this season 111-86. Delaware Valley has outscored their opponents 323-60.
Wow.
All right, that is pretty amazing. Average points per game, the Millionaires are averaging 21.5. Delaware Valley 48.6. Now, here's the caveat to that. Delaware Valley lost the first game to Penn Ridge. All right, Penn Ridge shut them out. Penn Ridge is 1-6 for the rest of the season after that big win over Delaware Valley.
Did you look to see who they played?
Yeah, I did look to see who they played, and they play some better teams, no doubt about it. But it's hard to believe that they could beat a quality team like Delaware Valley.
Yeah, they're good.
And then go lose the rest of the season. So you got to wonder just how good this Delaware Valley team is. If the Millionaires can win out the rest of the season, the next 3 games, they would have a shot at not only the playoffs. Of course, there's only 4 teams, so everybody gets in the playoffs, but they would have a chance of being the number 1 seed. So if the Millionaires could come up with a upset tonight, that would be a great season maker for the Millionaires.
Oh, there's no doubt. Delaware Valley, of course, they've got Zach Cilia, their quarterback. He's a good one, 800-plus yards, 11 touchdowns, picked but once. And Josh Balsarel is their tailback. He's rushed for over 800 yards, 15 touchdowns. They've got great balance of the pass and run. Like to run it probably 60% of the time, but they've got great balance. They'll play action, fake you, and pass all day long off that, the run first, and maybe throw the ball off the play action pass. So keep an eye on them. Millionaires we'll talk about. We come right back. And, of course, they are little more healthy. Dallas Grease, the key, coming off a concussion. He was out last week. Grease is back, and defensively it's going to be a key for the Millionaires. We'll take a timeout. We'll also talk to Chris Massey. We come right back about the Big 5 games tonight, weekend number 8 of high school football. This is Friday Night Lights, brought to you by Fairfield for fantastic deals. Jim Moff & Associates, you've been at it for 30-plus years. The biggest kick you must get is helping so many people out achieve the proper retirement with the money they really need, right?
Correct. Now, there's some folks that really don't have a lot of assets, but we're able to help them to achieve financial success for retirement. A little bit of discipline and some savings each month will get them there.
Jim Moff & Associates, moffandassociates.com.
Ray-Ban, Nike, Polo Ralph Lauren, Maui Jim, Costa, Gucci, Wiley X. Price Optical has the widest selection of sunglass eyewear in the area. Attention gas workers and outdoorsmen and women. Wiley X sunglasses are ANSI safety rated and military ballistic certified. At Price Optical, we set our sights on your vision. Our focus is on providing you complete quality eyewear. Price Optical, for the finest in eyewear.
I've had an interest in reptiles and amphibians since I was 11 or 12 years old. And so when I came out of the military in 1964, I began to build Reptiland. And with the help of family and friends and employees, the zoo has continued to grow ever since. Sure, a lot of things have changed in 53 years, but one thing has never changed: the smiles. Welcome to Reptiland.
Hi everybody, Babe Mayer here at Dolly's Diner West, where you get great food at reasonable prices. It's open 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, featuring Dolly's big-as-a-plate pancakes, omelets, homemade sticky rolls, and famous Griggs coffee. delicious soups and sandwiches, and daily lunch and dinner specials and tasty desserts. Dolly's Diner West, where any food worth eating is worth eating a lot of.
Why, the name is Furlinger, Bud Furlinger, River Valley Transit's original driver, date back to 1933. This baby goes back to 62. Sort of reminds me of my third wife, Shirley. You can see it here at the Peter Hurdig Transportation Museum. You know, we've come a long way, but we still have the lowest discounted fares in the state. We cover the region from Jersey Shore to Hughesville. This is the new Church Street Transportation Center, and this baby is our new hybrid bus. River Valley Transit, dedicated to get you there.
BJ's M Street Tavern and Oyster Bar is a Central PA classic 7 days a week, Selinsgrove and Danville, featuring the only authentic oyster bar in the region every day. And the ribs that made BJ's famous are back. The new meaty St. Louis Tavern rib, slow cooked to perfection, served with their tangy barbecue sauce. For the finest fresh cut steaks, amazing salads, Mediterranean flatbreads, and save room for dessert. Check it out today. BJ's M Street Tavern and Oyster Bar since 1982, still a Central PA classic.
For over 33 years, Fairfield has been proud of what we sell in service. That's why we put our name on everything we sell. So whether you visit our Ford location in Williamsport or Montoursville, or our Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram dealerships in Muncie or Danville, or our Chevy Cadillac dealership on Route 15 in Lewisburg, you'll always experience great customer service during and long after the sale. Fairfield, you're gonna love us.
Hey, we're back here, high atop Millionaire Stadium. Gary Chrisman with the Sun Gazette's Chris Massey. Big Five coming up, top of the hour, Millionaires in Delaware Valley, a team that is for real. We're going to talk about it. Chris, all right, hard to believe, weekend number 8. Can you imagine it's weekend number 8?
No, we're in the, first, second week of October. It doesn't seem real.
No, we did 2 in August, so here we go. All right, record-wise, how does it look? I know you're counting.
I think about 30-5 maybe.
30-5, but who's counting?
I think I was undefeated last week.
That's not a bad run. It's all brought to you by BJ's M Street Tavern and Oyster Bar, home of those St. Louis Tavern ribs, the great steaks, the authentic Oyster Bar, Danville and Selinsgrove. All right, Chris, let's start talking some games for tonight. They're all kicking off a little bit after 7. Southside has to go to Mount Carmel. Maybe you stop at Matucci's and grab something to eat. What's South going to do at Mount Carmel? They played Central tough last week.
Yeah, I was really encouraging the way they played Central tough. I think Mount Carmel's just got too much, and it's going to be too strong for them. But I think last week bodes well for them moving forward. But I'll take Mount Carmel 35-13.
Okay. What about Sauk? Now, Sauk plays Milton, heavily favored coming in. What do we see tonight?
I think if you're a loyal Sox fan, you'll get a chance to watch your TV shows after 9 o'clock or so, because I think this is going to be a quick one.
You're going to be back pretty quick.
Yeah, early night there. I think Milton's struggling. I think Loyal Sox wins easy. I'll say 42-7.
Okay, Montoursville Warriors getting ready. Everybody doesn't want to look ahead to Southern next week, the most talked about game. Of course, a lot of people talking about the Wyoming area Southern game this week. Let's talk about Mifflinburg. Pretty good Wildcat team playing Montoursville. What do you see there?
Yeah. Mifflinburg's bagged up right now, so a lot depends on who they have back. But even if they're full strength, I think Montoursville keeps rolling as long as they're focused and not looking ahead. So I'll take the Warriors 38-7.
Okay, 38-7. Easy win there. We'll see. And we'll have all the scores coming up at halftime. All right, let's talk Lewisburg and Jersey Shore. Bulldog team that put up, certainly some yardage against Southern last week. Put a couple touchdowns on the board. Let's talk about Shore in a game against Lewisburg. Big game for them.
Yeah, it's going to be entertaining. 2 of the best quarterbacks in District 4, Tanner Lorson and Nick Shedleski, both 1,000-yard passers. I think the football's going to be in the air a lot, but I think Jersey Shore's defensive line makes a difference, and they pull away 35-21.
Okay, Shore, the pick. All right, and the Millionaires, Delaware Valley tonight. Delaware Valley, Millionaires going to be fairly healthy. Looks like everybody back, but they better have him back because this is a club. Keith Olsemer is a great coach, former Penn State tight end. Great program at Delaware Valley, 6-1, only a loss to Penn Ridge down near Philly. What do you pick coming in?
I think that that Williamsport's healthy again bodes well for the next 2 weeks, but I think Delaware Valley's kind of a machine here, and I think the Warriors keep rolling, and I'll say 35-14.
35-14. You wanted to go higher.
I did, but I don't want the natives getting too upset with me.
I've got it. Chris, hey, I know you're covering Shore and Lewisburg. We'll read that in the paper Saturday morning. From the Sun-Gazette, Chris Massey. We've got to take a quick time out. We'll talk impact players, Millionaires, and Warriors coming up next. This is the Fairfield for Fantastic Deals pregame show. We'll be right back. Hey, we're back with Rennie Road Armel Allstate Insurance, Westminster Drive, Williamsport, and, of course, South Main in Mansfield. Rennie, you know, life insurance is really, really important. And I know you've told me the last couple of years, life insurance, something everybody needs, but a lot of people don't carry it.
Exactly. It's one of the insurances, everybody's going to die someday. Having a permanent policy that you own and control is very, very important. Doesn't have to be a $100,000 policy, $10,000, $25,000. Make sure that you're in a situation at least to cover last minute and final expenses.
And the bottom line is, if you're in that retirement age, or you're close, you're in that 40 to 60 range, they come in and talk to you. What are you going to tell them about life insurance? What they need to do to turn that around?
Exactly. I said, I'm just such a firm believer that everybody needs to have that permanent policy that they keep forever. Term insurance has been a big seller over the last 30, 40 years, but it does expire. It does run out at a certain period of time. You need some permanent life insurance.
Make that phone call. Set up an appointment. Talk to Rennie about life insurance today. 326-6645. Rennie Road Armel, Allstate Insurance.
When it comes to Billtown's best pizza, everyone knows Park Pizza. Memorial Avenue, Williamsport, right behind the outfield fence at Bowman Field. Offering takeout, delivery, and dine-in. Open daily at 4 p.m. Finest pizza around and great stromboli, wings, and more, the best since 1960. It's a tradition in pizza like no other. Takeout, delivery, dine-in, Park Pizza since 1960. Give them a call today at 322-9024.
Derek Slaughter, born and raised in Williamsport. Derek moved back after completing his education to work and raise his family here. He's committed to building strong communities, and although there are challenges facing Williamsport, Derek Slaughter believes that if we meet them head on, we can find lasting solutions. And as a city councilman, Derek Slaughter has always been a fiscally responsible guardian of taxpayer dollars. On November 5th, vote Derek Slaughter Mayor. Paid for by the committee to elect Derek Slaughter Mayor.
Everybody's talking about the new Chaos Fun Zone in the heart of downtown Williamsport, the go-to place for big kids and little kids and all kinds of fun. Chaos has everything from 12 brand spanking new boutique bowling lanes, the only laser tag venue in the area, over 40 arcade games that satisfy your inner gamer, indoor trampoline at Fly World complete with slam dunk hoops and dodgeball court. Perfect place for birthday parties and corporate events. And don't forget about the great food and fun and all the games at Scores Sports Bar and Grill inside Chaos, the premier sports destination with 12 beer taps and all kind of great rotating craft beers. Plus 15 HD screens and the NFL Sunday ticket for all the big games. And then the Liberty Arena for leagues and tournaments, clinics, and a variety of sports, including soccer, baseball, softball, and more. Don't miss it. It's Chaos, the Chaos Fun Zone, the hot new place in Central PA. When it comes to menswear, the Clothier has the biggest selection in Pennsylvania, all the top name brands. This is the Babe Mare Makeover.
Babe, there's two beautiful coats you've tried on. They're both by Jack Victor. The beautiful patterns. I think the one you have on is the one you should get. Babe, the quarter zip sweater, the shirt, the tie, the Bills khakis pants, and the Alderman shoes is a perfect match for you.
The Clothier, West 4th, downtown Williamsport. Hey, Rainbow Carpet has great savings right now on cash and carry pricing. They're slashing pricing up to 40% off all uninstalled product, like their great hardwood, ceramic tile, vinyl click flooring, and more. Like Lazio tile, great selection for backsplashes and more. And all the wood products, including the wide wood that everybody's talking about. Our expert installers can give you the basics so you can install it yourself to save money. Rainbow Carpet, Williamsport. You know, local families have been going to Dr. David Raymore for more than 30 years in the greater Williamsport area. And now many of the kids are grown and married, and their kids are going to see Dr. David Raymore and his great staff. See, they put smiles in the faces of parents and grandparents and all the kids for years. They specialize in general and cosmetic dentistry with 3 licensed dental hygienists on staff. And now they're accepting new patients. Dr. David Raymore, General Dentistry, 1033 Washington Boulevard, Williamsport. Hey, let's talk impact players before this ball game. Brought to you by Biters Furniture Mattress Appliance. Biters, Route 15, Montgomery Pike in Southside. You talk about impact players. First of all, for Delaware Valley, you got to talk Jason Henderson. We talked to Keith Olsemer the other night. Here's a guy a lot of schools are looking at. 90 tackles already, 40 solo, and then 50 assists coming in. By far their leading tackler. Also their fullback on offense who scored 4 touchdowns. This guy's tough, 6 foot, about 210, put together. He is their big key, so keep an eye on number 6 in Henderson. On the other side, I think we've got to talk Dallas Grease. Having him back makes the difference in this football team for Dallas Grease. He's the guy that runs the show. He's got that speed, and I think you have to take advantage of his ability to make plays in the open field.
Well, you know, there's no doubt about it. Dallas Grease is a heck of an athlete. He can run the ball as well as he can throw the ball. Matter of fact, he runs it better and has good vision on the field, and he can find the end zone. You also have Freeman back this week, and what that does is it frees up Freeman. So if you can break him on a couple runs, we could see a big difference in the outcome of this game. So, you know, I agree. They're the key players. Let's see who plays the key game.
Yeah, Grease will be the impact guy, but Freeman, Braden Mazzani is back. You've got Jones in the tight end spot. If they get a little balance and get a little confidence early and hang around, it could be a good ball game. We'll wait and see. Del Val comes in 6-1, highly touted. It'll be top of the hour. We'll kick it off. We will have the opening kick and starting lineups minutes away. This has been Friday Night Lights, brought to you by Fairfield Auto Group since 1986. Fairfield for fantastic deals. Millionaire Stadium, STA, the new name, as you know, right below us. It's going to be rocking and rolling. Delaware Valley and the Cherry and White are coming up next. Hey, guys, we're back here at Biters Furniture Mattress Appliance. It's 1966, big part of our town. Route 15, Montgomery Pike, Southside with Joe Biter. Joe, the best investment I've ever made when it comes to comfort, the ultimate luxury in a mattress. I had a bad night's sleep every night. Came here, you hooked me up with a Simmons Beauty Rest Platinum Firm, and I'm telling you, it was the best investment, best move I made. Thanks.
Right. Scary decision, right?
Yeah, well, you know, and I knew I needed a good night's sleep, but you helped me pick out the right one.
Gary, buying a bed is one of the most difficult decisions a person has to make. It's scary. That's why they need to come here. We have over 40 beds. We have all the top name brands. Our staff is professionally trained. We've been in the business for 30 years, and just like you were nervous about the decision. It's a year later. How do you feel?
I feel like $1 million. Sleeping the best I have in recent memory. Well, I'm sleeping like a baby. But, you know, I've got to ask you now. Simmons Beauty Rest is one you have. How about the new things? I know there's some new ones here. Let's talk about that.
Certa Eye Comfort. No more needs to be said, right? Iconic in the bedding industry, so we brought that brand in this year. We have the new Tempur-Pedic Pro Adapt series, which is unbelievable. That was introduced last August. Unbelievable introduction. And now we have a brand called Chatham & Wells. People are going to shake their head. They're not going to know. But if they come in, this is the ultimate in luxury sleep. Jama wool imported from New Zealand, hand-tufted, Talalay latex, all of the great ingredients at a really affordable price.
Bottom line is the go-to place. And they've got the huge selection, 40 beds. Nobody has it like Biters. Biters Sleep Center, Route 15, Montgomery Pike, Southside. Joe, thanks again.
Thank you, Gary.
We've got more coming from Biters. Don't go away.
For the finest detail and handcrafted jewelry, there is one name to know. Blair Brothers Goldsmiths, Oaks Plaza, East 3rd, Golden Strip in Williamsport. Let them make you an original. And remember, they are your diamond headquarters. Absolutely the best prices, bar none, on diamonds anywhere in Central PA. And, of course, the finest gemstones in the world today, from sapphires to tanzanite. Now is the time to let them make you an original. Blair Brothers Goldsmiths, your diamond headquarters, Golden Strip.
The Clothier in the heart of downtown Williamsport has the biggest selection of the state in all the top name brands. Vineyard Vines, Barber, Tommy Bahama, Sport Coats by Jack Victor and Hartshafter and Marks. Now, did Babe Bear make his decision?
Francis, this is the look.
Babe, promise me you're going to wear this on the football game show.
You know I will, Francis.
The Clothier, West 4th, downtown Williamsport. The new destination for food, fun, and all the big games is here. It Scores Sports Bar and Grill inside Liberty Arena in the Chaos Fun Zone, downtown Williamsport, with 12 beer taps, rotating craft beers, incredible food from the Mile High Nachos, wings, pizza, burgers, and more, and 15 HD screens, the NFL Sunday Ticket, all the big games, all the food. Scores Sports Bar and Grill.
Eric Bider recognizes that Williamsport has not had a mayor with business background in the last 16 years. As manager of Bider's Home Center, Eric Bider knows how to run a successful business, balance budgets, and understands the value of a hard-earned dollar. As the only candidate with real-world business experience, Eric wants to put his experience to work for the taxpayers of Williamsport. Vote for Eric Bider for mayor on Tuesday, November 5th for a fresh start. Paid for by the committee to elect Eric Bider mayor.
Hey guys, we're back. Fairfield for fantastic deals. It is our pregame show. Gary Quisman with Rick Quigley. Rick, hard to believe, 33 gone on 34 years. This is where it started, the autumn offer Ford and Volkswagen here in Montoursville. Congratulations. What a run you guys have had.
Thanks, Gary. It's been a good run. Of course, we did this whole facility over last year. It's a brand new showroom, new service entrance, new waiting room. State of the art, very nice.
I'll tell you, it's a pleasure to come get service done. I get my service done here, but they really have taken it up a notch. Really nice. You just drive right in. It's fantastic. Hey, what about the vehicles here? You talk about Ford, hot Fords for this year. One behind you is the Ford Ranger. And Rick, this is a vehicle hard to get. You've got a number of those at both Ford locations.
We do. We have a number of them. This is a brand new 2020. Came out in 19. Very hard to get. People love them. We've been selling a lot of them.
Hey, you know, when you talk about those great vehicles, Explorer and Edge, Escape, EcoSport, you've got them all. Great lineup that Ford has right now.
Plus, nobody beats our price. We've been here for a long time. Like I said, 34 years, gone on 34 years, and there's a reason we've been here so long and so successful, too.
Yeah, you know, being competitive, but being down to earth with people. That's what you guys do. Not only giving great deals, but then the great service after the sale. That is what's kept this place going into the 34th year.
Service is the name of the game, and you got to take care of your customers after the sale, and that's what we do best.
You know, hot vehicles, the other thing you guys get a lot of times, you get some really cool vehicles like maybe a muscle car. Great looking, great Mustang. Let's talk about it.
We got Roush Mustangs right in the showroom right now, supercharged and ready to go.
Yeah, those are those collectibles. You've got to check it out. And Fairfield leads the area when it comes to those great Roush Mustang muscle cars at a lot of the locations. Rick, congratulations. Going into the 34th year and Fairfield for fantastic deals. Going to be fun this year.
Thanks, Gary. Looking forward to it.
All right, we'll take a time out. We've got more coming. Fairfield pregame show.
Kiss 1027, the 80s to now.
Out of the gun is Shear. They put Delaney in motion. Fake the jet sweep over the middle. Touchdown. What a throw. And a great catch by Cam Wood. Down a point. Out of the gun. Option. Keeper. Grease. First down. Grease in traffic. Grease running past the man. Dallas Grease. Touchdown. Fourth down and 11 at the 20. They go up top again. Same place. Watkins jump ball. Did he make it? Touchdown. What a catch. Here comes Polizzi. Good speed. Breaks the tackle. 25-20 down the sideline. Spins. Touchdown. What a run. Rocco Polizzi. And it is weekend number 8. High school football. The Rennie Road Armor All-State Game of the Week. Tonight, Delaware Valley, the Warriors, coached by the former Penn State outstanding tight end Keith Alsimer in his 21st year. They come in highly touted, one of the best in the Northeast. And they come rolling in 6-1 to take on Chuck Cruz's Millionaires, trying to break out of a 3-game slump, losing the last 3 ball games. Hi again, everybody. Gary Crispin, Babe Mayer. Beautiful night for football. Didn't get any better than this here in October. And tonight, the Millionaires trying to rebound tonight. Going to be interesting. But, you know, you saw the pregame, which obviously we taped earlier. Dallas Grease not going to start tonight. That is the big story. Grease was banged up, did not get the go-ahead. It appeared he would. It's going to be young Frankie Marone getting the second start of his career. He's a young sophomore. He has to get right into the fire against a very tough Delaware Valley team. That is a big blow for the Millionaires. Keith Freeman not 100%. Nasir Jones banged up, not 100%. Freeman will start, so will Jones.
Well, you know, and on the good side of it, Mazzani will be back as a receiver, but can they get the ball to him? Marone's a 10th grader, had no experience other than last week being put in the game. He'll get better as he goes with experience, but right now it's just not there for him. He does an adequate job of handling the ball, handling the team, but he just doesn't have the arm or doesn't have the vision to play quarterback as a thrower. So that could be a problem. You got 2 great coaches here tonight. You got Keith Alsimer, who has been for 21 years the head coach at Delaware Valley. He has a massive winning record. All right. Since he's been there, and just a great coach and a great guy and a big guy. Boy, I can't believe for as old as he is.
Played on those Joe Paterno teams, 96 graduate, and played on those Kerry Collins teams. Played in that Rose Bowl team, one of the great teams, maybe the best ever at Penn State. And Keith was part of that. He elected to not go to the Baltimore Ravens. He elected to go to Del Valle. He's put in a great career there, and boy, they're glad they have it. What a program that Keith Alsimer has had at Delaware Valley. So it's going to be interesting. The Millionaires coming in a little outmanned coming into this game.
Yeah, a little outmanned, but we'll see what happens. As we talked about in the Friday Night Lights show, this Delaware Valley team has a flaw in it, and we can't explain it. And we'll see what the Millionaires can do. Chuck Cruz, by the way, is in his 5th year here with the Millionaires. Also has a winning record.
Well, it's going to be interesting. We talked Delaware Valley, how good they are. We're going to find out how they line up minutes away. The starting lineups and more coming up. Del Val coming in 6-1. Millionaires are 3-4. It is weekend number 8. This is the Rennie Road Armor All-State game. We're going to kick it off next. Don't go away. We'll be right back from STA Stadium. All right, we are ready to go. They're kicking right about a minute before 7. And the Millionaires are getting set, trying to break out of a 3-game slide. And Jonathan Kramer kicking off for the Williamsport Millionaires. Very good Delaware Valley football team. And certainly Balcarsar is certainly one of the best we're going to see all season long. Josh Balcarsar. And he's a good one. 5'6", 165, and he is a senior. And he's back there deep as one of the people getting ready to bring that ball back to start this ball game. Fauché back there too, Jawan Fauché. And we're about ready to go to start this game. And, of course, Ben Reichley will go to you in a moment because they're starting early. We'll also come down and set our starting lineups for the ball game. Back there, too, Matt Studsrud, and he's going to take the football to start the game. He'll bring it back 15, 20, 25. Down the sideline. Great return, Studsrud. 45. He's got blockers with him. A man to beat and a saving tackle. Millionaires. That side, Brock Moyer, a saving tackle. And Matt Studsrud brought it back all the way down inside the 30. They're going to set it down at about the 26-yard line. We'll see where it'll be first down and 10. What a return by Matt Studsrud.
Well, the rule is that you have a contained man on the outside on each end of the kickoff team. And the rule is he lets nobody get outside of him. And that time, I don't know what happened to him, but somebody got outside of him, and it turns into a great return.
They've got Henderson, the fullback. Mark Carcel is the tailback. Cilia, the QB. Mark Carcel with the football. Good hole, spins it inside the 15 down to about the 14-yard line. All right, we've got Ben Reichley. You've got an update. We'll go to you in a moment. 2nd and 1. Football at the 15-yard line. Coming off the right side, ball Carcel. Tries to cut to the outside. He can't get to about the 11-yard line. Ben Reichley, big start for this ball game tonight, that's for sure.
Oh, certainly it is. If you're Del Val, you've been on a roll since week 1. And right now, they're at the 11-yard line looking to go in for a touchdown.
Yeah, hurry up offense. They come straight ahead, fullback Henderson. And Henderson gets stood up right about the 9-yard line. Millionaires down there in the middle. And Ethan Williamson, 59, comes over to make the tackle for the Cherry and White. So a big return. Studsrud on the return brought it back to the 24-yard line. And here we go. They come gun. Cilia, the QB, is going to swing it to the left side. Good cutback move inside the 5 to the 4. That ball may have come out. And the flag comes down. He got into about the 1-yard line that time. E.J. Jefferson comes over to make the stop that time. And, of course, that time it was Preston Machado who came in a little swing pass to the outside. And right now, Delaware Valley putting pressure on the Millionaires early in this game.
Well, I think that'll be a first down because the penalty's against the Millionaires. So it's going to be 1st and goal from inside the 1-yard line.
It will be a face mask against the Millionaires. A 1st and goal at the half-yard line. Josh Balcarcel averages 10 yards every time he touches it. 5 100-yard games, 15 touchdowns in the year. Came in here with 68 on the season. Cilia, they come out with a power eye look. Balcarcel will walk in. That was easy. But it was Studsrud that had that big return for Delaware Valley and brought it back to the 24-yard line. Big-time return early and a short 24-yard drive. And 6-0 Delaware Valley early in this game.
Now, Keith Freeman is starting. You can see the run right there. I mean, he just walks it into the end zone. Keith Freeman is starting for the Millionaires on defense.
Delaware Valley, by the way, new kicker for them. It's going to be Aiden Oliver, and flag is down. Delaware Valley lost their kicker, Noah Sorrell, who is a 3-year starter, rewriting the record books as a scorer and kicker for this football team. But he had shoulder surgery this week. He's going to be out, and he'll be coming back for track. He is a high jump, long jump guy in track, so he is out for the season. Also, I believe a soccer guy, too, so he's going to be gone for the season. That's a big blow for Delaware Valley, certainly. And then Millionaires look like they jump off on that left side again. And again, it comes down. 61-yard return by Matt Studsrud, who brought it back to the 24-yard line. 61 yards set them up on that short 24-yard drive. And now the try for the extra point again by Aiden Oliver. And that kick is up. That kick is good. Barely made it through, but it counts. It's good. We'll take time. 10-22. Short drive. Del Val shows you why they're 6-1. They're on top of the Millionaires 7-0. We'll take a timeout. This is the Rennie Road Armor All-State Game of the Week.
BJ's M Street Tavern and Oyster Bar is a Central PA classic 7 days a week, Selinsgrove and Danville, featuring the only authentic oyster bar in the region every day. And the ribs that made BJ's famous are back. The new meaty St. Louis Tavern rib, slow cooked to perfection, served with their tangy barbecue sauce. For the finest fresh cut steaks, amazing salads, Mediterranean flatbreads, and save room for dessert. Check it out today. BJ's M Street Tavern and Oyster Bar since 1982, still a Central PA classic.
Comes Aiden Oliver. He's the new kicker for this team. He gives it a good ride. Keenan Brown at the 5 brings it back. Brown, good speed. Will run it straight up over the 25 out to the 30. And the Millionaires will set up first down at 10. Frankie Marone getting his second start. He was 2 out of 7 last week. And a tough loss against Pittston. Tough role here. Here's a kid coming up, trying to learn the role, playing behind Dallas Grease, who started as a freshman a year ago. And Frankie Marone is 5'8", 175, and he's a sophomore in this Millionaire team. They start at the 30, down 7-0. Rennie Rhode Armel All-State game next week. It'll be Southern Columbia and Montoursville, the battle of the unbeatens.
You know, it's a good situation to talk about. You know, that you're only an injury away from being a starter.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's where Frankie was, but he had no experience.
Marone slant throws, and that ball is going to be. That's going to be incomplete. Try to go to Mazzani, and here's our AAA starting lineups in this ball game tonight. Good to see that Charles Cruz is back. He was hurt in the opening game of the year. He'll be back starting in both offense and defense at guard, and either nose guard or tackle on the defensive side. Second down 10. Marone comes out of the pistol. He's got Freeman with him. He's going to throw to the outside to Cam Sims. Tries to go on that screen to the outside, and boy, they cover it right away. Good job, Delaware Valley. They got some good penetration. Matt Studsrud comes over to make the play, and also Shane Boone, the defensive end. There they are, the Warriors on defense. Great program that Keith Olsemer has put up over these years. 21 years as head coach, former star tight end at Penn State. Here comes Marone. Naked backfield in the gun, and figure they're going to try to throw the ball. Somebody may have moved, and that might be a false start. Millionaires wait and see what that is, what the call is going to be, and just trying to get settled down and make something good happen in this game. Yeah. That's the key when you're playing one of the very best in Northeastern PA and the Warriors.
Well, I like that pass where it was a safe pass. You threw it to a running back over on the side. Marone got it to him, caught the ball, but the defense got up on it and he didn't go anywhere. But still, that'll spread the defense a little bit.
Double wide left and right. Millionaires third down, 16, down a touchdown. They come to Keith Freeman. He'll cut to the outside. Freeman does not get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that time Jason Henderson comes over to make the tackle, and he's the real deal. 6 foot 210 junior. And he was up at Penn State last week, recruited by the Nittany Lions. Michigan State has showed interest, UConn, and quite a few 1AA FCS teams. And he's only a junior. Goodwin, 90 tackles. That was number 91. Coming into this game, by far the best tackler on this team. And a good one. He'll also be playing fullback tonight in Jason Henderson. Millionaires will punt it away. Going to be Braden Mazzani. Pressure coming. Mazzani hits a low line drive. And that ball takes a Millionaire bounce, and Jerry White going to take that any day. Good bounce to the 24-yard line. That is going to be a 48-yard punt. And they needed something good to happen. Good punt that time for Braden Mazzani.
Well, you know, this game, if you're going to go somewhere with Williamsport Millionaires, they've got to play good defense. They will have a better chance to see how the defense is right now.
Game of the week brought to you by Liberty Arena, the home of Scores Sports Bar and Grill, the Chaos Fun Zone. Scores before and after the game. And college football, NFL on Sunday. NFL and college football tomorrow. Penn State, get there to watch the game. Great food, 15 high-def screens. And for the kids, the Chaos Fun Zone, Liberty Lanes, Liberty Arena, downtown Williamsport. That time that ball came out on the ground. It looked like Cilia was going to try to give the football to Balcarcel and dropped the football. That came out. He picked up the fumble. Stevan Jefferson comes over to cover on the defensive side. They're going to lose. Actually, scrambled and got 2 yards out of it, so they do pick up 2 yards on the play. Coming out of the gun, Cilia. Rolling out, it's going to dump it incomplete. That ball is going to be dropped that time, trying to come out to Jawan Fauché. And it will be incomplete, 3rd down and 8. Millionaires trying to get a stop here. That would be big.
Yep, and as I was saying, the Millionaire defense has played much better this year, and that they have to have a good game. You just can't let Delaware Valley run the field and you try to keep up with them. That's not going to work for the Millionaires.
Lone setback, Josh Balcarcel. Double wide this side. They put a man in motion. They fake the jet sweep, come Balcarcel. He's going to run in traffic back to the 30, and that's it. The Millionaires come up off that pile. Good job that time. Roman Marone comes off the pile and starts today at safety, and Drake Mankey, the linebacker, number 8. So you got a couple of Marone boys starting tonight. Frankie at QB, Roman Marone, a young sophomore, starting in the secondary. He's side by side with Trey Eisworth at the safety spot for the Millionaires.
Yeah, they're cousins, not brothers.
Here comes E.J. Jefferson. That ball comes out. Did he call a fair catch? No. It's going to be a fumble recovered by the Warriors. Boy, I'll tell you, in that time, Matt Studsrud, who already tonight has a 61-yard return on the opening kick of the ball game, put a pop on him. That ball comes out, and the ball is going to be recovered. And here comes Delaware Valley. Big break, Delaware Valley, and that's a situation. If you're in that position, you better make that fair catch.
Yeah, and you know you're in a situation here now where the defense has really got to play hard. They had field position for a 3rd down play coming up. If they would have gotten a stop there, they had to punt. Yeah, they got the punt, did everything right, and then dropped the ball on the catch.
Yeah, that's tough, you know. And you've got heat on you, but if you're calling for a fair catch or any time, you've got a man in your face. You've got to make that catch. That's tough. Cilia puts a man in motion. Fauché back to pass. Cilia got a lot of time. Pressure coming. Williamson from the backside. Charles Cruz after him. He's going to run him out of bounds, and he'll run out of bounds inside the 40 and out to about the 36-yard line. Got a couple of yards on the scramble that time for the Warriors of Delaware Valley, who, Babe, lost their first game of the year. And as Ben Reichley said before this ball game, one of the referees has seen him now 3 times. He said this team is hot now. They're on a hot streak after losing their very first. They come Balcarcel off that right side. This guy can flat out play. Makes a man miss. In traffic, runs through a tackle, and then Millionaires catch up to him. But it should be enough for the first down to the 29-yard line. Cam Sims comes over to make the tackle. It will be a first down play. So first down and 10. Del Val with 7:10 to play in the first quarter of the game. Opening kickoff, 61 yards, set up the first touchdown for Delaware Valley. And then a fumbled punt a moment ago by the Millionaires after they held Delaware Valley. We'll get it back. And it may be equipment timeout. You're getting a chance down there, Ben. I know they started quickly. We'll get down to you to get your feeling on what you're seeing now. This really good Delaware Valley team. Well coached. Balcarcel off the left side. Good vision. 5'6", about 165 pounds. He's a veteran. Drake Mankey makes the tackle. He's quick. He's got power. And anytime a guy averages 10 yards every time he touches the ball, he's had 5 100-yard games and now 16 touchdowns. He scored the opening touchdown of this game. Second down, 5. Cilia. Balcarcel, good cutback that time. Millionaires are going to be there to make the tackle and come over to make the stop. One bright spot for the Millionaires this year has been the defense. Ben, what are you seeing out of Delaware Valley early?
We're seeing a very tight splits on the offensive line, and they've thrown the ball more than I thought they were tonight. But you're seeing a good running attack here. They're very multi-optional on offense.
Yeah, Keith Alsimer told me this week they're normally about a 60-40 team throwing the ball. That time they go right in the middle to Preston Machado. He's the backup running back. And he'll run it hard down to the 15. That'll be another first down. So the Millionaires defensively, Babe, and you're a defensive coach. One thing they've done, and they've improved overall. And, and a lot of young guys are going to, I think, be really good the next year, too.
Yeah, they sure are. And they're playing hard. They're swarming to the ball right now. But
Celia.
You can be on the field too long.
He's going to run with that football. Celia going to run it inside the 10 down to the 8. And again, Cam Sims comes over to make the tackle for the Millionaires. Cam Sims, another good young player for the Cherry and White.
You know who's impressing me out there, and you never notice him because he's a defensive lineman, but Charles Cruz has been setting out for most of the season. Today he gets back on the field. He is hustling.
They go straight ahead, Henderson. And Jason Henderson runs it inside the 5 and down to about the 4-yard line. Charles Cruz got hurt in the very first game, and he's finally back for the Millionaires, starting on both sides of the ball. 6'2", 240, and a sophomore, Cam Sims, also 5'8", 160, and a young sophomore on this young defensive team. First and goal, 4-yard line. Ball Carcel. Williamson got a piece of him, and the Millionaires were able to come out, Freeman and company, but Williamson will initially be the guy to get there with some help. Roman Marone also coming over to help on that play, but second and goal, 2-yard line, and Warriors trying to go up 14. Second and goal, now they're going to save the 1. Here it comes. The Warriors. Ball Carcel slides in and dives for a touchdown. He's second of the night, number 17 on the season. And Delaware Valley on top of the Millionaires, 13-0 to start the game with 4.5 to play in the first quarter of this game.
Well, right now you're going to put this defense in a bind because they've had 2 situations where they've had to give up drives where that really wasn't a good drive if they didn't account for the turnover and the kickoff return.
Here comes Oliver. His kick is up, and the kick is good. Heath Alsmer the other day said after his guy went down and had surgery, he said, I'm not sure who's going to kick. I think they found a kicker. He looks pretty good to me. 14-0. We'll take a timeout. Millionaires down 2 touchdowns to the Warriors. This is the Rennie Road Armel Allstate Game of the Week. Biters Furniture, Mattress and Appliances, 1966. Family owned, everything you need. Eric Biter, what's hot right now here?
What's hot right now is our sleep center. We've got one of the largest selections of mattresses in the area. Don't forget to add the adjustable base so you can go ahead and do that computer work or iPad work while you're sitting in bed. We've got motion furniture so you can watch the big game. And in the appliance department, tons of color. We've got black stainless, we've got slate, we've got it all.
Nobody does it like Biters Furniture, Mattress and Appliance, Route 15, South Side. Palco Federal Credit Union has served the area for over 75 years. Tom, Rachel, congratulations.
Thank you, Gary. We pride ourselves in our flexible, competitive loan products that we offer. We can finance houses, cars, boats. We offer a Visa card that's 8.9% fixed rate. Great products.
And I know your members love the online banking.
Absolutely. It's very easy to do. Just log on and you conduct all your business from your home.
Check it today. Palco Federal Credit Union, member serving members for 75 years. Here comes Aiden Oliver, kicked the extra point, 2 for 2. And is the new kicker for this team after losing their kicker, Noah Sorrell, one of their all-time best kickers in Delaware Valley history, had shoulder surgery this week. And Keenan Brown, good young prospect for the Millionaires, an outstanding receiver and running back. Will run it back, but there's going to be a hold.
No,
and they're going to come back to the 35. Let's go down to Ben Reichley. Did you get a close look at that, Ben?
Yeah, it's not a hold. It's going to be a block in the back. But, you say this early in the game, but, boy, this is a must, at least 2-3 first downs for Williamsport here. They give the ball back to Del Val, their defense is going to be plumb tuckered out.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. It's they're overmatched. They're banged up. I know Nasir Jones not 100%. Keith Freeman and young Frankie Moreau thrown into the fire for the second week in a row. Dallas Grease did not get the okay. We heard he was going to play early in the week. And apparently by Wednesday, Thursday, on the concussion protocol did not get the ruling that he could play, so they're keeping an eye on him. They give it away to Drake Mankey, hard running and a good opening run inside the 25, out to near the 30. That time, Jason Henderson comes over to make the tackle, and I guarantee you're going to see number 6 around the ball all night long.
Yeah, and right now the Millionaires have got to continue this drive. Now, luckily that penalty occurred, and it went from the spot, not from the yard line that they were on.
They flipped to the outside to Cam Sims, and Sims' short pass got enough for the first down. And again, trying to get Marone comfortable. A little quick screen to the outside, and that time put it right on the numbers, and Sims gets enough for the first down of the ball game. Studrud comes over to make the tackle.
Yeah, be patient. He's going to get better. There's no doubt about it. And he's going to grow into the position.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Throws to the outside again. Cam Sims going to make things happen, get him in space. And Sims, a good run for another first down. Back-to-back short completions by Marone. They get out over the 45 to the 46-yard line. Millionaires starting 3 wide receivers tonight in Mazzani, Brock Moyer, and Seth Kroll comes over to make the tackle, number 44, from his linebacker spot. And, of course, Cam Sims. They go trips, top of the screen. Mazzani with a lone setback. And Greg Mankey, they're going to slip it to Mankey, who ran hard against Pittston a week ago, but nothing doing there. Kroll comes over to make the tackle, and of course, Henderson, number 6. 6 foot, 210 junior, and an all-state candidate for this football team, and a lot of teams looking at him already.
I don't think that Delaware Valley expected the Millionaires to throw the ball as much as they're doing. That's been their best plays so far.
They come out pistol. They go again, Mazzani, but boy, that time Henderson made the initial stop in the backfield, and then Del Val got the hit that time. Todd Schmerman came over to make the tackle and finish him off, number 64. It brings up 3rd down and 11. Millionaires are down 14, and we remind you next week, it'll be the big game, Southern Columbia and Montoursville. They play at Montoursville, and Babe and I'll be there, Cable Sports, and the Rennie Rhode Armel All-State game, 3rd down, 11.
This is a game we've been waiting for a long time, is to get out and see Southern play against Montoursville.
Throws in the flat, ball is picked off. With a football, that's Studrud again. Coming down the sideline, 25-20, 15-10. He's going to weave inside the 5 and run it in. What a night for Matt Studrud. He's returned a kick 61 yards. He intercepted the pass on the deflection, 55 yards to run it back. And Delaware Valley leads the Millionaires 20-0. Man.
I couldn't get the number on the player, but I think it was Mike Purdon for Delaware Valley. Blocked 2 men downfield that sprung him into the end zone. Tremendous blocking out of Delaware Valley.
Let's now look at it again. Oliver's going to try the extra point. He throws the outside. That ball was nearly picked by Henderson. It dropped off to cover the receiver, Mazzani. And then Matt Studrud picks up the deflection. It runs at 55 yards for a touchdown, and we're going to take a quick timeout. 2:10 to play in the first. The Warriors all over the Millionaires, 21-0 from STA Stadium. We'll be back. This is the Rennie Rhode Armel All-State Game of the Week. Everybody's talking about Chaos, the brand new Chaos Fun Zone, fun for the entire family, featuring 40 arcade games, laser tag, 12 brand spanking new boutique bowling lanes, indoor trampoline at Fly World, plus slam dunk hoops, dodgeball court, perfect for birthday parties and corporate events. Great food, fun, and all the games for the entire family. Chaos Fun Zone.
For over 33 years, Fairfield has been proud of what we sell and service. That's why we put our name on everything we sell. So whether you visit our Ford location in Williamsport or Montoursville, or our Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram dealerships in Muncie or Danville, or our Chevy Cadillac dealership on Route 15 in Lewisburg, you'll always experience great customer service during and long after the sale. Fairfield, you're gonna love us.
Well, you talk about a big night for Delaware Valley. Matt Studrud, who carried the opening kickback 61 yards, set up a short drive for their first touchdown. On a deflection, Henderson got a piece, and then he picked it off. He goes 55 yards to kick it back, this time to Keith Freeman. Millionaires need to make a play. Freeman not 100%. He's been banged up for a couple of weeks. He'll run it back to about the 24-yard line. Williamsport will set up first down at 10. They had made a couple of nice moves, a couple of short passes, but Yeah, the pickoff, and Delaware Valley taking advantage of it.
The pickoff was a tip. I mean, the up man tipped the ball up in the air, and everybody runs a tip drill where you have that happen. But unfortunately for Marone, he's going to get credited for the interception.
Game of the week brought to you by AAA, the most trusted name in travel, and Penn State Football Express. The next game, they've got the bus trip with tickets, tailgate, food, and more. It's the way to go to Penn State is Indiana, November 16th. Call AAA. Get on the Penn State Express, 323-8431. Nothing but in-your-face hit that time, Jason Henderson. He's already had 4 or 5 tackles. He came in with a high of 90 on the year, averages 12.5 per game. And the All-State candidate already been looked at by Penn State, Michigan State. He was up at State last weekend. 2nd down, 11. Boy, he's a real deal. Marone throwing that outside, going to Cam Sims again, trying to get him out there in space. Comes up shy of a first down. He got it over the 30 to the 34, comes up about a yard shy. And who plays the pass? Jason Henderson comes over to make the hit. And they're going to say it will be just enough for a first down. Good spot. And we'll take that. They got Mazzani top of the screen, Nasir Jones in tight right. Keep an eye on number 11. And Brock Moyer this side. And who jumped? And it may be a false start, Millionaires. And every time you make something good happen, then you set yourself back for a young football team that has struggled, especially in the last 3 weeks.
Well, they're talking about it now, but I thought it was the right tackle for the Millionaires. Is the one that jumped, but they're now talking it over and trying to.
Yeah, we'll see where that call will be. 49 seconds left in the first period of this ball game. We will have scores of other games coming up. We also want to get a score of that Southern Wyoming area game. A lot of people interested in that. And that will be a false start. Millionaires setting him back 5 yards, 1st and 15, but the football now back at the 30-yard line. You've got Mazzani top of the screen. Keep an eye on Nasir Jones, number 11, although he's also banged up. They split the backs out of the gun. And Frankie Marone gets the start. Dallas Grease did not get the go in his 2nd week off after the injury 2 weeks ago. Concussion protocol and did not get the okay to go. Keep an eye on him. The young sophomore that has blazing speed has done a great job running the offense for the Millionaires. Already verbally committed in baseball in North Carolina to play for the Tar Heels. So big upside for Dallas Grease, but he is not starting. And that's a big key, and it puts a lot of pressure to young backup in Frankie Marone. But this is valuable experience for a guy that may be, a guy that certainly he's the same year as Grease, but good to have a guy because it is next man up, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here comes Marone again. He's going to slip it to Cam Sims to the outside. The young sophomore can't turn that corner in the jet sweep. And that time, Lefsick comes over to make the tackle in the defense. Eric Lefsick, 37, who plays the outside linebacker. And again, they played it well. 2nd down and 15. Millionaires need a play. They've been able to swing short passes at Cam Sims on a couple of occasions. Sims getting the start tonight. They go double wide this side. Top of the screen, Mazzani. Moyer's out here with Sims. Short pass again, Moyer. And right away he's going to be popped. And the hit is going to be made by Mark Callahan's going to come over and make that tackle number 1.
And on that play, Marone's arm is getting better. I think it's not. I think it has a lot to do with his vision. But he's getting that ball out there that could be intercepted, and they just got to make a play out of it.
Yeah, that's going to be it. That's going to do it. That is the end of 1 from STA Stadium. Delaware Valley trying to win their 7th in a row. They're up 21-0. We'll take a timeout. This is the Rennie Road Armel All-State Game of the Week. See, it really covers it all.
Yeah, the all-risk deluxe homeowners is an all-peril. It's so important you have replacement costs on the home, replacement costs on content, and also make sure your liability is adequate on the homeowners. That covers you for dog bites, hunting accidents, anything. Homeowners is a very important coverage.
Check it out. Rennie Road Armel, Allstate Insurance.
For over 33 years, Fairfield has been proud of what we sell and service. That's why we put our name on everything we sell. So whether you visit our Ford location in Williamsport or Montoursville, or our Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram dealerships in Muncie or Danville, or our Chevy Cadillac dealership on Route 15 in Lewisburg, you'll always experience great customer service during and long after the sale. Fairfield, you're gonna love us.
By the way, we've got scores in some of the other games. Southern and Wyoming area played a scoreless first quarter, and they're in the second with no score in that game. And Montoursville leading only 7-0 at Mifflinburg. I know they had a big pep rally this morning in WBRE Channel 28 bright and early, and the Wildcats hoping to try to pull the upset there. Next week, Southern and Montoursville, our game of the week. That'll be a crazy place down in the borough. They're down 10. Millionaires are down 21. Marone playing for the injured Grease. Middle screen. Keith Freeman gets labeled on a hit by Henderson. At the 35-yard line, Jason Henderson already working on close to 10 tackles in this game individually. He came in with 40 solos and 60 assists. Or he should, yeah, that's right, 60 assists coming in. And he's had a bunch of solo tackles already in this game.
And another impressive throw by Marone. He got it over top of the rush lineman, got it to the receiver. Just good job by the linebacking core coming up and bringing the man down before he could get the first down.
Fauché, Balcarcel has scored a pair of short touchdown runs. And Studs Rude, who has made some big plays in this game, not a good punt that time. Mazzani hits a low liner, still gets a millionaire bounce, and he'll take it inside the 35 down to 33. But Matt Studsrud is the guy that's made the big plays, 32-yard punt. After one, Delaware Valley 68 yards, Williamsport total of 40. And the game of the week brought to you by Derek Slaughter from Air, the Slaughter from Air Committee. Talking about for the city councilman and Williamsport High grad, modernizing and streamlining city functions. It's all about accountability for the administration departments and staff and communications. Trying to take Williamsport to a new level. Derek Slaughter from Air for the Slaughter from Air Committee.
Gary, Southern Columbia scored early in the second quarter at 7-0 right now.
Millionaire's going to take a timeout. We'll have all the scores at halftime. In this one, 21-0. Our score in this ball game. Millionaires trail Delaware Valley. We'll take a timeout. This is the Rennie Road Armel All-State Game of the Week. When it comes to menswear, the Clothier has the biggest selection in Pennsylvania, all the top name brands. This is the Babe Mare Makeover.
Babe, there's two beautiful coats you've tried on. They're both by Jack Victor, the beautiful patterns. I think the one you have on is the one you should get. Babe, the quarter zip sweater, the shirt, the tie, the Bills khakis pants, and the Alderman shoes is a perfect match for you.
The Clothier, West 4th, downtown Williamsport. Everybody's talking about Chaos, the brand new Chaos Fun Zone, fun for the entire family, featuring 40 arcade games, laser tag, 12 brand spanking new boutique bowling lanes, indoor trampoline at Fly World, plus slam dunk hoops, dodgeball court, perfect for birthday parties and corporate events. Great food, fun, and all the games for the entire family. Chaos Fun Zone. Delaware Valley up on top of the Millionaires 21-0 here at STA Stadium. Gary Chrisman, Babe Bear, Ben Reichley, and the gang. In our 33rd season of cable sports and the Rennie Road Armel All-State Game of the Week tonight. Coming to I this time, they go straight ahead Henderson. And Henderson's going to be running out of a tackle. Charles Cruz had him. And finally, they're able to take him down. Cruz lost the helmet. He's going to have to come out for a play. And that time, Drake Mankey finally. Cruz slowed him down. Mankey made the stop. It'll be a 3-yard gain, 2nd down, 7.
Okay, Millionaires got to tackle better than that. I know they've been on the field a long time, but you still got to. Somebody's got to bring a man down. He broke way too many tackles.
Here comes Zach Cilia, the QB. They're going to go jet sweep this time. Fauché to the outside with great speed. He's got the first down, lost the ball. It looked like he dropped it, and it rolled out of bounds. But should have enough for the first down. We'll see where they spot it. Seemed to lose the handle, and it's going to be a first down. Ball went out of bounds.
Yeah,
Roman Marone was the player that went over there from his safety spot against the start tonight. He was able to get a hold of him.
The Millionaires have another injury. Edward Jefferson, who was it Edward that had that punt and got hit? He's on the sideline sitting down with the trainers and hasn't been in since
tough,
that punt.
Because he's one of your best tacklers, E.J. Jefferson. He's playing linebacker with his brother Savon. They come again, hard-running Henderson. Boy, I'd say he just won't go down.
No.
Over the 50, gains at least 8, maybe 9 yards, and Nasir Jones finally will be credited with a tackle. As the Millionaires try to break a 3-game slide. Started 3-1 in the season, shut out their first 2 opponents. They got a wide receiver this time, and Callahan, play action, look over, Cilia down the field, overshooting his man. That time tried to go to Juwan Fauché, but that time fairly well covered by the Millionaires in that safety spot. Trey Eisworth was with him all the way, number 9. And it brings up 3rd down and short, 3rd down and 3.
This is going to be a big play. If they pick up yardage here, I would think that they may go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, Zach
So
Cilia.
the Millionaires need to play tough this down.
Yeah, this guy, he hurt the Millionaires a year ago. 6'1", 185 senior. Probably a guy that will go D3, D2, but has got schools looking at him. He's a good one. They go double tight end. They put the tight end on that side. That's going to be Klein. They go right side running over him, and that's Balcarcer who's got the first down. So they moved the tight end. It was not too tight. They started with Klein in one side, number 34, moved him to the right, and then they ran Balcarcer right over him.
Yeah.
And he made a nice block, and he got enough for the first down, but there was a flag down. That time, Lajeer Whaley comes over to make the tackle. He's another young player that is making his presence known for the Millionaires on defense.
All the young running backs that are watching this game, or the fathers of the young running backs, have to look at how Delaware Valley finds a hole, turns that ball north and south, and runs up in it as hard as they can, and they pick up yardage. Ball players tend to want to run to the corner, and they think they can beat people. That doesn't happen.
They bring Henderson out. Kroll now the fullback. They go play action again. Throw to the outside. Diving catch is made, and it's good for a first down. Callahan, good catch, and a flag is down again. Let's go down to Ben Reichley. Ben, you had a better look down on the field. What's it look like to you?
It looks like it's going to be a hold on Williamsport. What's interesting, they're running a fly or a go pattern, and the receiver will put his hand up in the air if he's going to cut it off short. So it's interesting. We used that in high school back in Selinsgrove in 1979, so it must still work.
Yeah,
but looks like it's going to be against Williamsport. But I'll tell you what, guys, the body language is not looking good on that Williamsport defense. In all fairness, they've played most of this game.
Yeah, you're right, Ben.
Yeah, it's tough.
On these plays, that's a comeback pass, Ben, which we called a bench pass back then.
They go Fauché, put him in motion. They're going to dump it out here underneath. And Fauché's going to make the catch. And Babe gets inside the 25 to the 22.
Yeah, and that was what that pattern was. So it could have gone either way. I agree with you, but unfortunately went against the Millionaires.
That time, Malik Jones comes over to make the tackle from his cornerback spot, number 3. 2nd and 5. Delaware Valley up 3 touchdowns. Play action. Cilia dumps it out. Fullback Henderson runs it to the 10 and then gets stopped right there. Trey Eisworth comes over to make the tackle on that tough fullback. 6'2", 210, and a junior who came into this game with 4 touchdowns. Averages 8.2 every time he touched it for a Delaware Valley team that has won 6 in a row. They come Callahan this near side. Keep an eye on number 4, Fauché. Callahan, by the way, led all receivers for the Warriors with 19 catches coming in. They come. Balcarcer makes a man miss. Good running into the end zone, touchdown. A great bit of cutback running in traffic. But there is a hold, and it looks like it could go against the Warriors, and it may bring it back.
Yeah.
But you talk about a veteran running back, Balcarcer, he's a real deal.
Yeah, it is a hold against Delaware Valley, and a hold, remember, goes from the point of the hold. And I think that hold right there went from the the line of scrimmage. So that's going to be a good penalty for the Millionaires.
And Millionaires have a player banged up. Savon Jefferson and his brother EJ came out earlier banged up. And he's a young sophomore linebacker. We'll take a quick timeout. Mike, let's take at least 30. We'll be back. Millionaires down 21. Randy Road Armel Allstate, game of the week. Jim Moff & Associates. You've been at it for 30-plus years. The biggest kick you must get is helping so many people out achieve the proper retirement with the money they really need, right?
Correct. Now, there's some folks that really don't have a lot of assets, but we're able to help them to achieve financial success for retirement. A little bit of discipline and some savings each month will get them there.
Jim Moff & Associates, moffandassociates.com.
Eric Bider recognizes that Williamsport has not had a mayor with business background in the last 16 years. As manager of Bider's Home Center, Eric Bider knows how to run a successful business, balance budgets, and understands the value of a hard-earned dollar. As the only candidate with real-world business experience, Eric wants to put his experience to work for the taxpayers of Williamsport. Vote for Eric Bider for mayor on Tuesday, November 5th for a fresh start. Paid for by the committee to elect Eric Bider mayor.
Coming off the field, that's a tough one. Maybe a cramp. Savon Jefferson, who's played very well, sophomore linebacker, and certainly EJ came out earlier. So
right now we're looking at a first down and goal from the 17, 18-yard line.
Yeah, back at the 18. Cilia gives it straight ahead, Carsel, and he's going to gain about a yard. And the Millionaires coming up off that pile to make the tackle for the Cherry and White. That time going to be Sebastian Robinson, number 22. So they're getting some other guys in to this game.
And the defense is walking, and you can't walk around out on the field because they're going to snap this ball quick.
They've got Matt Studsrud into the game. He's in the slot. He's already intercepted one for 55, returned a kick for 61. They put him in motion. Cilia looks left, throwing end zone, man there, touchdown. That was real easy. Fauché on the throw, 17-yard throw from Cilia. And that time, Jawan Fauché goes up. He beat his man clearly, and he lobbed it into the end zone, made it easy, 27-0. And that is the 12th touchdown pass of the year for Zach Cilia, the senior leader of this club. He's been the heart and soul of this team.
If you watch what happens in the secondary, the corner took his eyes off of the player and started to watch the ball where the ball was going. The player ran by him, and that's why he was so wide open.
Millionaires come out, get the block that time with the penetration. Good job. Ian Welshans, 32, got in there, blocked it. It'll be their second block, and he gets in there and knocked it down. We're going to take a timeout. 7:39 to play till halftime. Delaware Valley all over the Millionaires, 27-0. This is the Rennie Road Armel Allstate Game of the Week.
Hi everybody, Babe Mayer here at Dolly's Diner West, where you get great food at reasonable prices. Open 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, featuring Dolly's big as a plate pancakes, omelets, homemade sticky rolls, and famous Griggs coffee. Delicious soups and sandwiches, and daily lunch and dinner specials, and tasty desserts. Dolly's Diner West, where any food worth eating is worth eating a lot of.
All right, Jess, everybody's talking about the homeowners policy at Rennie Road Armel Allstate. Why has it gotten so much better?
It's gotten better because we now offer our enhanced plan that's going to give you a claim rate guard. So if you do have an Allstate homeowners claim, we're not going to surcharge you for that claim. If you don't have one, we're going to give you 5% back on your premium at the end of your renewal term.
I think I'm sold.
Yeah.
Rennie Road Armel, Allstate Insurance. Here comes Aiden Oliver kicking it back. He had his extra point blocked. Kicking back Millionaires. And Keenan Brown again, his third return of the night. He'll get knocked down at the 24-yard line. The Millionaires will set up first down and 10. So it's been a quick ball game tonight. Game of the week brought to you by Rainbow Carpet. And he's third, Williamsport. Rainbow has a lot going on, and right now, here's the deal, 50% off vinyl and carpet remnants until Halloween. And they've got the tile, the waterproof click floors that are fantastic, pet-proof, waterproof, kid-proof, hardwood vinyl, and 50% off vinyl and carpet remnants. It's on now, East 3rd Street, Williamsport, Messer Family, and Rainbow Carpet. Out of the gun, Marone, who had one picked off by Sudsrud, run back 55 yards. And the young sophomore in for Grease, and a good piece of running by Keith Freeman. They needed that. First down run, about 13 yards, runs it out to the 37-yard line. And another first down for the Millionaires. Lefsick comes over for the linebacker spot to make the tackle.
And good blocking at the line of scrimmage. It gave him a crack to get through. He was going north and south, picks up the first down.
Freeman back there with Marone. They go to Freeman again. Freeman trying to run, nowhere to go. Just, you can't run against a wall. Lefsick's there. Crawl is there. And Delaware Valley coming up. And very tough defensively coming in. And Dan Tuno also, the safety, number 28. So, good piece of defense, Del Val.
Delaware Valley's been running a lot of defensive linemen in and out of the field, on and off the field, and as a result, they're keeping them very fresh. It's a gift to have that kind of depth.
Millionaires go double wide again. Set back this time, Mankey. Marone back in the gun, playing for the injured Grease. And there's another pickoff. That's going to be Lefsick. That time, Eric Lefsick just sitting there waiting, the linebacker, and stepped back, covered his man coming out of that right side, and Lefsick's going to pick it off. It's going to be the second interception of the ball game, and Delaware Valley's got a short field to play with here with 6:27 until halftime.
Well, and on that play, that was a mistake by Marone. I mean, he owns that one. That one, as he went to throw it. The man was turned his back to the receiver, but the man turned around, and you can't throw it through two people. And
Game of the Week brought to you by BJ's M Street Tavern and Oyster Bar, Danville and Selinsgrove. Boy, the St. Louis ribs are great. The steaks, only authentic oyster bar in the region. We were there 2 weeks ago. Boy, it's great. BJ's throwing deep again. Receiver there, great catch. Turn him around. He came back. Infinite Campbell. The catch inside the 5 to the 2. Great adjustment to the ball. 28 yards, first and goal, Delaware Valley.
Yeah, and nice throw, nice catch. And the Millionaires right now are walking around the field.
They're just having their way with it.
Yeah. And
they come full house backfield, power eye right. Ball Carcer goes into the end zone and touchdown. So Josh runs it in for his third touchdown of the night. He's got 18 of the season. And Ball Carcel is into the end zone off that right side. Just some great blocking. And boy, they're making it look easy. 33-0, and we still have 6:10 until halftime. This is people worried about a mercy rule game, and this is certainly going to be one of those. Yeah, there's somebody jumped. May have been the Millionaire. Now it's going to be a false start against Delaware Valley on the kick. And would think you're going to probably back them up, and they're going to have to kick it back 5 extra yards. We mentioned Noah Sorrell, 3-year starter who rewrote the record books, consistent kicker in kicking and scoring. Had shoulder surgery, out for the season in football and out, of course, in soccer. But he'll return. He's a track guy, and he'll get back for spring, but he's out the remainder of the year. But right now, they found another kicker, and Oliver doing a good job, kicks it through, and we'll take time out. 6:10 to play until halftime. 34-0 Delaware Valley. This is the Rennie Rodarmel All-State Game of the Week. For the finest detail and handcrafted jewelry, there is one name to know. Blair Brothers Goldsmiths, Oaks Plaza, East 3rd, Golden Strip in Williamsport. Let them make you an original. And remember, they are your diamond headquarters. Absolutely the best prices, bar none, on diamonds anywhere in Central PA. And of course, the finest gemstones in the world today, from sapphires to tanzanite. Now is the time to let them make you an original. Blair Brothers Goldsmiths, your diamond headquarters, Golden Strip. Palco Federal Credit Union has served the area for over 75 years. Tom, Rachel, congratulations.
Thank you, Gary. We pride ourselves in our flexible, competitive loan products that we offer. We can finance houses, cars, boats. We offer a Visa card that's 8.9% fixed rate. Great products.
And I know your members love the online banking.
Absolutely. It's very easy to do. Just log on and you conduct all your business from your home.
Check it today. Palco Federal Credit Union, members serving members for 75 years. Delaware Valley having their way with the Millionaires 34-0 here in the first half of this game. Kicking it deep. Keenan Brown, he's had it for the fourth time tonight, trying to get a big play. Trying to get to the outside, slipped it out to the 25-yard line, but again, a lot of good athletes, and Keith Alsomer has done a great job putting together one of the best programs in Eastern PA. And there's no doubt, by the way, Southern now leading Wyoming area 21-0. They were scoreless after one, but Southern up 3 touchdowns now over Wyoming area. And that much talked about game. The other much talked about game next week will be the one we're doing as Southern goes to Montoursville. That was another game that was changed. And a good move for both teams as they play next week. That'll be our game of the week in weekend 9. Okay, if you told me this is weekend 8, this is the most comfortable night of the year. No wind and really nice. Started probably, the upper 60s. Beautiful night for football. Frankie Marone playing for the injured Dallas Grease. And boy, nothing doing there. They try to come that time, Millionaires, to Cam Sims. Jason Henderson again. And Henderson's got to be around 10 tackles in the first half of this game. That's how good he is. He's very close to 100 on the season.
Well, I tell you what, he has a nose for the ball. He didn't skip a beat there. He saw that ball coming and held the man to about a half a yard.
Yeah, that's why James Franklin had me up to Penn State last week. He was on the sideline with those guys for the homecoming game against Purdue. As Penn State gets ready for Iowa tomorrow, not much there. Henderson again comes over to make the tackle. 6 foot 210 junior.
Yeah, I think that was a blitz, but still, he made a good hit.
They're down 10. And start getting a little frustrated here. Millionaires made a couple of good plays, couple of first downs, got something going, and then they were picked. Marone's been picked twice. Tough position for a young quarterback to get under fire against one of the best in Pennsylvania tonight. Little bootleg fake, throws out here. He's got a man there. Sims threw it behind him, incomplete. And again, threw it down there in traffic. Studsrud was one of the guys covering and also dropping off for this Delaware Valley team. With 68, Shane Boone, the defensive end. And it's 4th down and 10. They're going to have to punt the football away.
Well, the Millionaires, you can learn how to win, Gary, and you can learn how to lose, all right? And even though they have key players hurt, and even though they have some things going against them here tonight, the bottom line is that doesn't matter. You're still learning how to lose if you're losing. And, they need a win badly. But I think they're going to be pretty much out of it here tonight.
Yeah, there's a line drive kick by Mazzani. This time won't be a short punt. It gets a little bit of a bounce. Remember, Grease is normally the guy that would punt it for the Millionaires and punts it down to the 48. Game of the week brought to you by Eric Biter from Air. And Eric Biter talks about for Mayor, his business experience. A manager of Biters for years. Williamsport has not hit a mayor in City Hall with a business background. It's about balancing budget, working with City Council, communicating with the public, and taking Williamsport to a fresh new start. Eric Biter from Air coming up in November, paid for by the Eric Biter from Air Committee. Millionaires going to take a timeout. We'll take time with 4:38 left in this half. 34-0. Del Val over the Millionaires. We'll be back. Rennie Rodarmel, Allstate, game of the week.
Ray-Ban, Nike, Polo Ralph Lauren, Maui Jim, Costa, Gucci, Wiley X. Price Optical has the widest selection of sunglass eyewear in the area. Attention gas workers and outdoorsmen and women. Wiley X sunglasses are ANSI safety rated and military ballistic certified. At Price Optical, we set our sights on your vision. Our focus is on providing you complete quality eyewear. Price Optical, for the finest in eyewear.
Why, the name is Furlinger, Bud Furlinger.
River Valley Transit's original driver date back to 1933. This baby goes back to 62. Sort of reminds me of my third wife, Shirley. You can see it here at the Peter Hurdy Transportation Museum. You know, we've come a long way, but we still have the lowest discounted fares in the state. We cover the region from Jersey Shore to Hughesville. This is the new Church Street Transportation Center. And this baby is our new hybrid bus. River Valley Transit, dedicated to get you there.
SCA Stadium, here comes Delaware Valley again. And a good job that time to Sear Jones, who has stayed home. The defensive end made a good play that time. And also Keenan Brown coming up to make that play. That time, Balcarcer running the football off that left side.
We had heard Jones was questionable for tonight, but boy, I tell you, he's playing a good game. So I don't know what that was all about.
Second down and 10. You've got Callahan top of the screen. Fauché caught a touchdown pass out here left side. Balcarcel running in traffic again. Boy, you can see how shifty he is. It's a little bit out of not much to run through, and still got it over the 50 out to the 49. Keenan Brown coming over to make the tackle for the Williamsport Millionaires. They're getting a lot of young guys in. That's a good thing about it. You're getting a lot of young players, big-time experience against a real quality football team tonight.
Yeah, and you can see the mass substituting. I don't know if they're substituting situation or they do that on a play count, but they sure are getting a lot of guys in the game.
They've got Infinite Campbell back in, who set up a touchdown and a great catch earlier. He's out here to the left, back to pass. Middle screen. They threw it to Henderson. He's got a blocker in front of him. Got the first down, running inside the 40, diving ahead to the 38-yard line. Jason Henderson. Lajeer Whaley comes over to make a saving tackle, and he's slow getting up. You see Henderson running at you at 6 foot 210 and a junior with a head of steam. And Lajeer, again, another good young player who has really stepped up his game. He's been impressive when you've seen him. Another sophomore, 5'9", 195, but he's slow getting up at the 40-yard line.
And
we'll keep it here. Let's go down to Ben Reichley down below. You had a little tidbit for us, Ben.
Yeah, a little tidbit. I would double-check there. I believe there's two number 6. It looks like Jason and Justin Henderson, because there's no way number 6 can be making those tackles now. I tell you what, he is a man playing among boys tonight. And a nose for the football, he's moving to the football at the snap. I'll tell you, whatever plan they have him on defense, you want to find out what it is, because he's playing some football tonight. And you see what he's doing on the offensive side of the ball, too.
Yeah, we talked, Keith Alsmer this week about his impact guy. He said, do you have a good college prospect? He said, our guy is Jason Henderson, and he's only a junior. Yeah, Ben.
Verify this. You talk about Coach Oswald from Del Val not going to the Ravens. There's a rumor around in the late 80s, early 90s, a company called ESPN was recruiting a guy named Gary Chrisman, but he said, no, cable sports is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So, babe, if you can verify that, we'll get that to everybody in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's another one. And, I just had to stay home. I came home. It's okay to come home. Right, Keith? It's okay to come home.
It's tough to come home for a lot of people.
Well,
right?
it's
Gary,
okay.
You're not one of them.
Yeah,
this is your kingdom, Gary.
I've taken it for all I can.
You're the Bob Hope of the coal region.
I was waiting for that line. First down and 10. Here's a slant thrown out here, nearly picked. And that time almost picked off. Millionaire defensively that time. Santino White, number 27 back there, and almost had an interception. Delaware Valley getting some, looks like working a lot of guys into this ball game. They still have Cilia in at QB. That time the slant almost picked off, and 3:02 left. They've got Callahan top of the screen. Near side Fauché. Balcarcel in that backfield. They come off that left side. He's going to try to shuffle, and he can't do it. Little stutter step at the line of scrimmage as that hole closed. The Millionaires, little gang tackle, and Ethan Williams first to come up and make a nice tackle. Good job, Millionaires, starting to try to settle things down in defense. 3rd down 11.
All right, Henderson comes into the ball game, comes to the near side of the field. Let's see who they're going to here.
Celia, play action. He's going up top again. He's got a man wide open, overshot him. And that time, Fauché had his man by 10 yards.
Yeah.
And the Millionaires bought a break that time. He blew right past Malik Jones, and that should have been 6.
Really surprised they're not going for it on 4th down. They're going to punt the ball simply because there's only 2:28 left on the clock. And that's not bad
keep an
field
eye on a
position.
fake here, babe. No, not going to be a fake. They kept Celia in.
Celia made one heck of a catch.
And there's going to be a punt. Try to get it to the coffin corner. It's going to be in the end zone. And there is a flag down.
I'm having trouble finding the flags tonight for some reason. Oh, so
Yeah,
I see far side
right
of the
or
field.
down around the 43-yard line.
Yeah. And
with 2:22 left.
That ball now is going to come out to the 25, depending on what the penalty is.
Coming up at halftime, Fairfield for Fantastic Deals halftime show.
It was declined. It was against the Millionaires.
RVT big play and Mike Strunk back in the truck. You could pick out any of those big plays, and I would probably go with the interception return by Studsrud. That probably was the big play of the first half of the game for this team that helped break it open, got him a 2-touchdown lead. Delaware Valley has not looked back. That'll be our RVT big play, their interception in that first period. And we'll also have our Liberty Arena Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard show.
Gary,
and we heard that Southern is now leading that Wyoming area game.
Yeah, I gotta correct myself here. That was not against the Millionaires. It was against Delaware Valley, and the Millionaires declined it. So the ball will be on the 20-yard line. And
we've got still 2:22 till halftime.
Yeah, and let's see if they can pull something off here.
I'm looking for a tight game to do this year, babe, and we've had some blowouts this season.
And next week may be the best bet we have going into the last two. The Millionaires are going to be playing at the end of the season. They're going to be playing Wyoming Valley West, who has only won one game.
Yeah, I think we can see a great game. 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be at Southside. Final regular season game. It'll be Loyal Sock at South. I think it's going to be a good ball game at Rodney Morgan Stadium. And they're finally getting squared away. Let's see what they're still fooling around out there, trying to get this play gone after the penalty. Declined Millionaires. Frankie Marone is in at QB, starting for the injured Dallas Grease, out 2 weeks in a row with a concussion. And they did not get the go-ahead Wednesday, Thursdays when they found out he would not go. And there's Henderson again, just ate up that play. He's got a dozen tackles in the first half of the game, and he spanked Drake Mankey that time. You talk about making a play and bringing a guy to the turf.
You know, I'm not sure Henderson isn't spying on the tailback. They know that Williamsport doesn't pass the ball well. And they know that the running game is the key. And, you know, it seems that he's in every play. And Ben mentioned it. It's almost like there's 2 6s out there in the field because he's always in a play.
Yeah, he's a good one. There's no doubt. Yeah, a couple of Big Ten teams after him. Only a junior. Drake Mankey to the outside. He gets run down that time. And that time it's going to be Hunter Klein who's going to come over and make the tackle, number 34. And Klein is playing one of the linebacker spots for this football team. So we've got 1:18 until halftime. And the second half, we get into probably a mercy rule situation pretty quickly in the second half of this game, I would think, the way this has played out. Millionaires have had a very tough and a lot of defense on the field a lot in this game.
Well, the Millionaires will get the ball to open up the second half. That's one positive.
Nothing doing that time. It's going to be Klein again on the tackle. They gave it to Drake Mankey, and he's pulled down from behind. Also Anthony Decker.
So the Millionaires with 40 seconds left on the clock, and I'm sure they're going to wait till the last seconds it ticks off there before they kick it. They're down to about 30 right now.
So 4th down, 11. We're going to punt the football away, and here we go.
Greg Ussemer, you got to give him credit. I mean, he could have called timeout there and tried to put another one in, but he didn't.
So Braden Mazzani is doing the punting tonight. He did have a 42-yard. Why would they take a timeout with 7.9 seconds? And we will stay here. And what is the point at this point when you've got halftime coming in under 8 seconds? But they're going to take a timeout.
Well, you can't carry it over so it doesn't.
Yeah, well, okay.
Yeah.
I still think you go to the locker room and lick your wounds.
I still don't know why.
Hey, Game of the Week brought to you by Rainbow Carpet and the Massera family out in East 3rd Williamsport. And they've got some great specials through the end of October on Halloween the 31st. 50% off all the vinyl and carpet remnants. Check it out. They've got a big selection of those waterproof click floors, tile, hardwood, vinyl, and more. And expert installation. They've done a lot of work in my house. Check it out. Rainbow Carpet, East 3rd in Williamsport. Game of the Week brought to you by the Clothier. I walked in the Clothier, Francis sees dollar signs. And, so next thing I was only going in for a moment. I bought a jacket. And Babe Mayer, of course, I'm going to take you on a shopping trip next week. And you'll see the Clothier. Babe will be picking out a Jack Victor sport coat. And I say you ought to see the new sport coats that Francis has. He's got big and tall sizes, biggest selection in Pennsylvania, and every top brand name. Nobody does it like Francis at the Clothier, downtown Williamsport. Mazzani punting it away. They brought pressure. Right now, if you're Delaware Valley, you're just working on some things. Carsell is going to make a diving catch of the 49. And they'll come out here and they'll run that down after a 25-yard punt with less than a second on the clock in the first half of this game. 2 weeks, South and Sauk at South Williamsport, and next week Southern Columbia and Montoursville battle the unbeatens. Southern up on Wyoming area 21-0 in the second period. That is the score. Southern over Wyoming area 21-0. No score after one. It was scoreless in the first quarter. But Southern over Wyoming area. I'm telling the Del Val coaches, and they lead 21-0 over Wyoming area, and that's it. That's the first half. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back. This is the Rennie Road Armel All-State Game of the Week. Del Val came to play, and they lead this ball club from Williamsport 34-0. We're going to go down to Ben Reichley with an update, and Ben. Boy, I tell you, tough being on this end of the score, that is for sure. Ben, what do you have for me?
Well, it certainly is, and it's not a mercy rule. It's 1 point from a mercy rule.
Exactly.
So Williamsport gets the ball. We'll see what happens. Body language, we talked about that a little bit earlier. Del Val's coming to play. But you know what, Babe, you talked about Del Val having enough players in there and substituting in that. Yes, situational substitution when it's 34-0, pretty easy to substitute. We'll see what happens in the second half.
Yeah, anytime you start the game with a 61-yard kick return, but Matt Studsrud set up a short 24-yard drive, and Carsell got into the end zone to start the game, and then a 55-yard pass interception for a touchdown, and you're down 14-0 before you know what hit you, and that's how it started this ball game. Del Val playing well, 34-0 at halftime. We'll take a timeout. This is the Rennie Road Armel All-State Game of the Week. Fairfield for Fantastic Deals halftime show. All the scores coming up at halftime. We'll be back from STA Stadium. Rennie, a lot of folks talk about Allstate claim satisfaction guarantee separating you from everybody else. Please explain that.
Yeah, to the best of my knowledge, we're the only company has that. If for any reason you're not satisfied with how your claim is handled, from as simple as not a phone call, a return call, anything like that, we return your 6-month premium to you. That's the confidence we have in our claim satisfaction handling auto insurance claims.
Rennie Road Armel, Allstate Insurance. Biters Furniture, Mattress and Appliances, 1966. Family owned, everything you need. Eric Biter, what's hot right now here?
What's hot right now is our sleep center. We've got one of the largest selections of mattresses in the area. Don't forget to add the adjustable base so you can go ahead and do that computer work or iPad work while you're sitting in bed. We've got motion furniture so you can watch the big game. And in the appliance department, tons of color. We've got black stainless, we've got slate, we've got it all.
Nobody does it like Biters Furniture, Mattress and Appliance, Route 15, South Side.
Hey, Rainbow Carpet has great savings right now on cash and carry pricing. They're slashing pricing up to 40% off all uninstalled product, like their great hardwood, ceramic tile, vinyl click flooring, and more. Like Lazio tile, great selection for backsplashes and more. And all the wood products, including the wide wood that everybody's talking about. Our expert installers can give you the basics so you can install it yourself to save money. Rainbow Carpet, Williamsport.
Chaos Fun Zone in the heart of downtown Williamsport, the go-to place for big kids and little kids and all kinds of fun. Chaos has everything from 12 brand spanking new boutique bowling lanes, the only laser tag venue in the area, over 40 arcade games to satisfy your inner gamer, indoor trampoline at Fly World complete with slam dunk hoops and dodgeball court. Perfect place for birthday parties and corporate events. And don't forget about the great food and fun and all the games at Scores Sports Bar and Grill inside Chaos, the premier sports destination with 12 beer taps and all kind of great rotating craft beers. Plus 15 HD screens and the NFL Sunday ticket for all the big games. And then the Liberty Arena for leagues and tournaments, clinics, and a variety of sports, including soccer, baseball, softball, and more. Don't miss it. It's Chaos, the Chaos Fun Zone, the hot new place in Central PA.
Ray-Ban, Nike, Polo Ralph Lauren, Maui Jim, Costa, Gucci, Wiley X. Price Optical has the widest selection of sunglass eyewear in the area. Attention gas workers and outdoorsmen and women. Wiley X sunglasses are ANSI safety rated and military ballistic certified. At Price Optical, we set our sights on your vision. Our focus is on providing you complete quality eyewear. Price Optical, for the finest in eyewear.
Hey, we're back. Fairfield for fantastic deals. Halftime, 34-0 the score. Delaware Valley, they've been all over the Millionaires. We're going to be talking more about that in a moment. And, babe, to start it off here, we've got scores and everything else coming up, RVT Big Play. But we want to talk about Price Optical Athlete of the Week to start it off. And I've got to say, you know, we heard Southern Columbia tonight. Scoreless after one. They're up 21-0 at the half over Wyoming area, that much talked about game. But Tanner Larson, Jersey Shore, last week, even though they lost 56-14, this guy's one of the top quarterbacks in this part of the state, putting up numbers, and he threw 28 out of 42, 287 a week ago, and they were the first team to score in a touchdown pass against Southern in the first half of a ball game all year. Southern didn't give up a point tonight against Wyoming area. So hats off to Tanner Larson. He's our Price Optical Athlete. They got beat, but Larson put up some real numbers against Southern Columbia, that touted defense last week.
Really did, and he can run the ball just as well as he throws it. But Southern will play man defense in the secondary, man-to-man, and they won't change, all right? And he kind of tore him apart in that situation. So we'll see what he does from here on in, but there's a team there that's going to be one of the contenders for the district championship in 4A.
Yeah, there's no question. You know, they already shut out Selinsgrove. So they're, hats off Jersey Shore's Tanner Larson, Price Optical Athlete of the Week. Boy, I'm getting excited already about next week. Southern at Montoursville next week. That is our Rennie Road Armel All-State game. That is going to be fun. Millionaires in this one down 34-0 at the half. It's been a long night. We're going to take a timeout. We're going to come back. RVT Big Play, and we've got all the scores of all the games with Liberty Arena's Scores Sports Bar Grill Scoreboard Show. This is the Fairfield for Fantastic Deals halftime show. Fairfield for Fantastic Deals. We'll be back. Hey, we're back. It's halftime. Fairfield for Fantastic Deals. Gary Crispin here with Rick Quigley. And Rick, hard to believe, 33 going on 34 years. Fairfield all started here in 1986. And boy, quite a run. 5 great locations. And right here for Ford and Volkswagen, VW's has been a huge, one of the flagships for you guys for years.
VW has been with us since '86, and it's been a great vehicle. And this new Atlas here is a real hot vehicle. It comes in 7 and 8 passenger. Families just love them. We can't hardly keep enough of them here. We have great stock right now, but they don't last long.
That is a really good-looking vehicle. Let's talk about some of the other great Volkswagens you can find that are red hot, that are flying off this lot.
Well, the Tiguan is the next one down. That's a good, nice vehicle. It's a 5-passenger. We also have the Jetta is their flagship. That's the #1 vehicle they sell. We have the Golf. We have the Golf GT, and goes right on down the line. So,
well, you know, the amazing thing this year, I've noticed it. I drive by here every day. Probably more pre-owned vehicles on this lot than I've ever seen. You've got, 120, 125 pre-owned vehicles to choose from.
Always 125 that have been certified through us and ready to go. And I got to tell you, I feel we have the best used cars there are out there, and our customers will testify to that.
And you can get almost anything. If there's a vehicle you want, you go get it. Here's the other thing, Rick, here at the Auto Mall, everything's been changed. Ford, Volkswagen, the new look of the store, everything from the service bay, everything you do is fantastic service-wise.
Thanks. Plus, we have a brand new Volkswagen showroom here. They have their own showroom. We have new service drive-through, a whole new building redone, and customers love it.
Okay, that's the story. Halftime. Fairfield for fantastic deals. Good luck, Rick, for another great year.
Thanks, Gary. Same to you.
We'll be back with more. This is the Fairfield Halftime Show. You know, local families have been going to Dr. David Raymore for more than 30 years in the greater Williamsport area. And now many of the kids are grown and married, and their kids are going to see Dr. David Raymore and his great staff. See, they put smiles in the faces of parents and grandparents and all the kids for years. They specialize in general and cosmetic dentistry with 3 licensed dental hygienists on staff. And now they're accepting new patients. Dr. David Raymore, General Dentistry, 1033 Washington Boulevard, Williamsport.
Why, the name is Furlinger, Bud Furlinger. River Valley Transit's original driver, date back to 1933. This baby goes back to 62. Sort of reminds me of my third wife, Shirley. You can see it here at the Peter Hurdig Transportation Museum. You know, we've come a long way, but we still have the lowest discounted fares in the state. We cover the region from Jersey Shore to Hughesville. This is the new Church Street Transportation Center. And this baby is our new hybrid bus. River Valley Transit, dedicated to get you there.
Fairfield Halftime Show, Gary Chrisman, Babe Mareback, STA Stadium. It is all Delaware Valley, and you know why Keith Alsmer always has one of the best programs in 6A in the eastern part of Pennsylvania. All over this Millionaire team. Matt Studsrud on the opening kick of the game goes 61 yards to the 24, setting up a short drive. And, they go up, they score right away, and then he's the same guy that intercepts a Frankie Marone pass, returns it 55 yards for a touchdown. Before the Millionaires could blink, they're down 14, and it continued from there. We'll talk about some of the stats. Let's take a look at an RVT big play first half. This, I think, is going to be the interception. Let's take a look at it. And, Marone again.
Actually, it was a tip.
Yeah, going to be a tip pass.
There it's tipped. See, it's and who tipped it? Henderson.
Yeah.
But here's the run back, and on the run back is a great block right there. Number 33 was the man that did it, and it was I can't remember what his name was now. I did see it, but he a great block at the goal line to put him in the end zone.
River Valley Transit, big play here at halftime. And again, you talk about dominant performance. Guy that's really impressive. You mentioned Jason Henderson. Already Penn State's had him up. He's a Penn State, Michigan State, teams like that after him. He was up there last week, and they know who he is. He had at least a dozen tackles. He's going to have more than 20 when this is over. The guy has been amazing in this game. 191 to 52 in total yards, 12-5 in first down. Cilia, 7 out of 11, 93 and a touchdown. Marone tonight, 6 out of 10, but for 32, but he had 2 picked off, 1 for a touchdown. Tough having to come in a tough spot against a team this good, filling in for Dallas Grease, who was out the second game with a concussion. Grease, we thought he was going to play, everybody did, and he was not cleared at the end of the week, so he is out 1 more week. So that pretty much the story in running the football We're talking Josh Barcarcel, and he's got 16 for 56 and 3 touchdowns, 18 touchdowns of the year. These guys are really good.
Yeah, they are really good. Lost the first game of the season and just bulldozed through the rest of the schedule up to this point, and they're bulldozing again tonight.
And let's talk scoreboard show and Liberty Arena. Score, Sports Bar and Grill, great go-to place anytime. 15 high-def screens, all the great food. Let's talk about scores. We do know that Southern at halftime is up 21-0 over Wyoming area. Babe, what else do we have?
Well, we got Montoursville up 35-0 over Mifflinburg. Loyalsock 38-0 over Milton. So both of those are mercy ruled at halftime. We have Jersey Shore 25-14 over Lewisburg. We have Mount Carmel 34-0 over South Williamsport. Boy, South plays a tough schedule.
That's tough.
And we have Bloomsburg 35, Hughesville 0, Troy 12, Montgomery 0, and Selinsgrove 28, Central Mountain 7.
Not a lot of good games around the area tonight. Man, it is not a mercy rule at this stage. That has been the Liberty Arena Score Sports Bar and Grill halftime show. We mentioned that Wyoming area Southern game. Southern over Wyoming area, scoreless first quarter, and Southern leads that game 21-0 at halftime. We'll take a timeout. It's been all Warriors. Delaware Valley over the Millionaires 34-0. This has been the Fairfield for Fantastic Deals halftime show. We'll be back second half coming up next. .66, the go-to place in Williamsport in this part of Central PA, Biters Furniture Mattress Appliance. Well, we're here in the furniture section. Eric Biters with me. Eric, every time I'm here, you're expanding. You've got more things. Tell me what's new, what's going on here right now.
Gary, right now we are big on England Furniture. England Furniture is a custom design piece that you can come in and get something off of our showroom floor that we have in our warehouse. Or if you're looking for that special color that's going to match your decor, we've got over 400 fabrics that you can choose from and make that piece your own.
Okay, so you've got all the upholstery, everything to change it up, make it a one-of-a-kind, and boy, that's a huge selection here.
It is. It's an absolutely huge selection. And the nicest part, when you think custom furniture, the misconception is expensive. Not with England Furniture. It's going to fit within your budget, and we're going to be able to find you that piece.
And every time you turn around, you come to Biters, something brand new is on the floor, whether a giant selection of sofas and sectionals, leather chairs, anything under the sun, and now England expanding the line here at Biters. That's huge.
It is, and we're really proud of the brand as well because it's made right here in the United States, down in Tennessee.
Eric, I appreciate it. Another update. You know you need furniture, you come to Biters Furniture Mattress Appliance, Route 15, right here in Montgomery Pike, Southside. Eric, thanks again.
Thank you, Gary.
Hey, we'll have more coming up from Biters later on during the game. Jim Moff & Associates, you've been at it for 30-plus years. The biggest kick you must get is helping so many people out achieve the proper retirement with the money they really need, right?
Correct. Now, there's some folks that really don't have a lot of assets, but we're able to help them to achieve financial success for retirement. A little bit of discipline and some savings each month will get them there.
Jim Moff & Associates, moffandassociates.com.
I've had an interest in reptiles and amphibians since I was 11 or 12 years old. And so when I came out of the military in 1964, I began to build Reptiland. And with the help of family and friends and employees, the zoo has continued to grow ever since. Sure, a lot of things have changed in 53 years, but one thing has never changed. The smiles. Welcome to Reptiland.
1027, the 80s to now.
STA Stadium. Williamsport Millionaires down 34-0 at halftime. A lot of blowouts. And in that scoreboard we looked at a little while ago, a lot of big scores and a couple mercy rules. We're 1 point shy of a mercy rule in this ball game. Millionaires going to get the ball first here. And right now, again, Babe, we've had a bunch of these this year. And it comes down to the Williamsport team trying to make some good plays, some positive things that'll help them along the way the rest of the season.
Yeah. You know, and I think at halftime in this situation, I always liked that you go in and you don't be overly negative, but you be negative in a positive way. For instance, you tell players, you have got to motivate yourself as an individual, and we will motivate as a team. But as long as we have
negative in a positive way, that sounds like something head coach Ray Horn would say. You stink, but I like you. You're a
that's
nice
exactly
kid.
Right.
That's something head coach Ray Horn would say.
You don't say
no, I'm
good
kidding.
thing,
You know I'm
say,
kidding.
You turn it
we
into
get a little
positive.
punchy at halftime here after a game like this. All right, here we go. I'm working on a bit for next week on the Crispin Show. All right, we've got Aiden Oliver getting ready to kick it back. Millionaires who could use a big play. Keenan Brown has been back there all night. Fields it after dropping it. And he's good in the open field, but boy, you got to get much tonight. Got back to the 25, and the Millionaires have set up first down and 10. You know, tough when you found out late this week that it would not be Dallas Grease, who we thought, we had the word from Chuck Cruz that he was going to get the start tonight. He'd be back, but he did not get cleared. By the way, the game of the week brought to you by Kiss 102.7 80s to now, home of the Crispin Show. Tomorrow night, Iowa City, Iowa, the Hawkeyes of Iowa, Penn State, Nittany Lions, two top 20 teams. We'll have it for you, your 53,000-watt home of Penn State. Kicking off at 7:30, Steve Jones, Jack Ham at 6 tomorrow night in Kiss FM. And there's Mankey, and the Extreme Kitchen Makeover returns to the Crispin Show Monday morning with keywords starting at 6:20 every hour. The greatest contest ever in Central PA, the amazing Extreme Kitchen Makeover coming up. Hunter Klein comes over to make that tackle. So here we go.
Now, the Millionaires lined up at the line of scrimmage, but then they went back into the huddle, and I don't think it's a real good idea with the young quarterback that you don't give him a pattern to follow when he goes out on the field.
Second down, 9. Mankey right behind Marone out of the gun. Somebody jumped, and we'll see. It will be, it looks like it might be offside Delaware Valley.
Yeah.
We mentioned to the Delaware Valley coaches walking through here about Jason Henderson. Boy, you talk about being impressive. He had an easy dozen tackles in the first half of the game. Averaged 12.5 coming in. 90 total tackles coming in. Looks good running to fullback, too. And, of course, Penn State, Michigan State, two of the teams after him. Off that right side, nothing doing. And, again, that was Drake Mankey. That time tackle. Shane Boone comes over and makes a play. His defensive spot, number 68, 5'8", not real tall, but 220. And a senior on this Delaware Valley team. Keith Alsmer has molded into a great program. They just keep reloading.
I'll tell you what, that defensive line looks big. They're thick. All right, and they look like they can run. I mean, there's not a lot of bellies hanging out there.
They come pistol 3rd and 3. They go straight ahead. Mankey, boy, running in like a brick wall against this ball club from Delaware Valley. They're going to come up short, and they're going to have to punt it away. No gain of the play. Jason Henderson, who else, comes over to make the tackle, and they will punt it back to Del Val. And Delaware Valley right here, they're 1 point shy of a mercy rule game where that clock would continue to run in the second half of the ball game. And Ball Carcel is back there deep along with Fauché. Boy, I'd say they took forever to punt that ball, and it gets partially blocked. Did he get a piece of that?
I don't think they got a piece of it.
If they didn't get a piece of it, that's amazing. He got it away because he had people in his face. Hit it off the side of the foot. Short punt. Danny Anderson was rushing the punter and nearly blocked it. Only a 14-yard punt. And the game of the week brought to you by Liberty Arena. Go-to place this weekend for the kids. every single day. Home of the Chaos Fun Zone, Liberty Lanes, Fly World Trampoline Park this weekend, of course, for great food, 15 high-def screens, watching Penn State. College football all day tomorrow, and the pros on Sunday. Score Sports Bar and Grill. And again, Ball Carcel runs that football hard inside the 40 down to the 38.
And again, it's very impressive. Keith Alsomer knows that, you know, he was played for Joe Paterno, and Joe Paterno loved to run the ball. And you know, you run the ball, you got to be a person who can get north and south. And this team does a great job of that.
Zelia puts a man in motion, Fauché. He's going to hold on to it himself and rush for the first down. That time, little option look. Faked it that time to Ball Carcel. And that time, Sebastian Robinson of the Millionaires comes over to make that tackle. And they get a first down. With 9:14 to play, we're in the third. Next week, Southern at Montoursville.
Avery Campbell comes out of the ball game limping for the Millionaires. He's a defensive back.
Ball Carcel again off that left side. Good speed to the outside. Turns the corner. 15, 10. Ball Carcel short of the goal line down to the 5 and finally caught. That time by Keenan Brown ran him down and made a good tackle. But, boy, what a great run. That time, 30-yard gain for Ball Carcel at 57 at the half. And he's already scored 3 touchdowns in this ball game.
If we can get a replay of that, I don't know if we have time to get it on, but Henderson threw a block at the line of scrimmage, or at the goal line, excuse me, that knocked the guy back into the end zone. That's how hard he hit him.
They've got a first and goal at the 5-yard line. Ball Carcel, 19 attempts, 94 yards. They come power eye look. They run straight ahead. Near the goal line. Let's see who. Boy, they're not going to quite get in. Got down to about the 1. As they come off that pile. Charles Crew is going to make the tackle. He's back from an injury. Second and goal, 1-yard line. Ball Carcel slides in for a touchdown. That'll be his 4th touchdown of the ball game. And he's got 19 on the season. Put up some big-time numbers. And, boy, I'll tell you, what a year for this kid.
Well, that'll put us into the mercy rule now, and the clock will run. But it used to be, you think a mercy rule, you think, boy, we're really going to get out of here early. But, you know, touchdowns take a lot of time. You got to get back, you kick off, and the kickoff return, and you don't get the time that you think you're going to get in a mercy rule.
And that extra points, he's going to miss it this time. Oliver, wide right, will take time. 7:58 to play in the third, and the clock will start ticking because it is a mercy rule ball game now. Delaware Valley over the Millionaires, 40-0. Randy Jr., the importance of great insurance for young car drivers. You guys are unbelievably competitive, saving folks a lot of money. Tell me more.
Yep, Gary, last week alone, I just saved a family $3,000 on their insurance premium with a young driver in the household. Get in, talk to us about the good student discount, talk to us about young drivers. You won't regret it.
Bottom line is, call the experts, 326-6645, Rennie Rodarmel, Allstate.
When it comes to Billtown's best pizza, everyone knows Park Pizza. Memorial Avenue, Williamsport, right behind the outfield fence at Bowman Field. Offering takeout, delivery, and dine-in, open daily at 4 p.m. Finest pizza around and great stromboli, wings, and more, the best since 1960. It's a tradition in pizza like no other. Takeout, delivery, dine-in, Park Pizza since 1960. Give them a call today at 322-9024.
Well, we're in the third, and it is a mercy rule ball game. And you know Del Valfield is pretty good because the coaches are coming all the way down to the field. They're coming from upstairs already. 40-0 score of the game. Aiden Oliver, who is the new kicker for this team, has done a pretty good job. He had his last he missed. As he'll kick it, Malik Jones has the football. And Jones gets it back to about the 29-yard line. But again, great coverage by Delaware Valley. And now Frankie Marone and the Millionaires right now are going to try to make some positive plays and make something happen here, because you get in a ball game, you're down this much, you're just trying to make something positive happen. Game of the week brought to you by AAA, the most trusted name in travel. And they've got the Penn State Express coming up with AAA. About ready to take a timeout. And Mike, I'll tell you what, we'll just keep it here. We'll thank some sponsors here. AAA Travel. Penn State Express, the next game, they've got tickets, good tickets to the game. Tailgate food, round-trip transportation. Leave the driving to AAA. It'll be Penn State, Indiana. Give them a call, 323-8431, AAA. And remember to ask about the Crispin Show cruise to Alaska coming up next summer. That'll be July 20th through August 1st. First class all the way. AAA, Crispin Show cruise to Alaska. And how about BJ's M Street Tavern and Oyster Bar? That sounded better and better. We might get in the car and ride to Danville. That'll be closer than Selinsgrove. We had a great meal 2 weeks ago in Selinsgrove. The whole gang was there, and it was great.
That's a must-stop. And when we get down around Danville or down around Selinsgrove, we always go there after the game. Great burgers and a great. There really isn't a bad meal in there.
No, I'm telling you, the food is great. And, of course, the St. Louis Meaty Tavern ribs, the great steaks. I think the best clam chowder anywhere. And, of course, that smokehouse salad, I had that. I think that's great. Check it out. BJ's in Selinsgrove and Danville. By the way, Danville, October 21st, will go 7 days a week. Opening play, Millionaires trying to get something going here. They're going to start getting a lot of new guys in the ball game for Williamsport. And that time it's going to be Demir Sams Glover is going to carry the football. Got a basically back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. So we're going to see a lot of new guys as that clock continues to run here in the third. We'll keep an eye, too. A lot of people interested, including the Del Val coaches, were interested in that Southern Columbia game. No score after a quarter, but Southern at halftime, they were up 21-0 at Wyoming Valley. Wyoming area, rather.
Wyoming area is also an undefeated team going into that game.
Yeah, the Millionaires going to take a timeout. They're just trying to get squared away. Not everybody on the same page. Will take time. 6:49 to play in the third. We'll be back. This is our Rennie Road Armel All-State Game of the Week. Jim Moff and Associates. You've been at it for 30-plus years. The biggest kick you must get is helping so many people out achieve the proper retirement with the money they really need, right?
Correct. Now, there's some folks that really don't have a lot of assets, but we're able to help them to achieve financial success for retirement. A little bit of discipline and some savings each month will get them there.
Jim Moff and Associates, moffandassociates.com. Hey, Rainbow Carpet has great savings right now on cash and carry pricing. They're slashing pricing up to 40% off all uninstalled product, like their great hardwood, ceramic tile, vinyl click flooring, and more. Like Lazio tile, great selection for backsplashes and more. And all the wood products, including the wide wood that everybody's talking about. Our expert installers can give you the basics so you can install it yourself to save money. Rainbow Carpet, Williamsport. Here come the Millionaires, second down 10. Marone out there, quarterback, throws to the outside. That ball's nearly picked. And that was a whisker away from coming back.
Boy, it sure was. I'm not sure.
Boy, I'd say a good jump on the ball that time. And Joe Shisesha is the player that jumped on that.
I'm not so sure that's the play they wanted. I thought they wanted one guy to come off the ball, the other guy to stay back. And Marone threw it where the guy was, or Marone threw it where the guy was standing, which was into traffic. But I don't think the guy ran the right pattern.
Third down 10. Running the football inside the 30, diving ahead again to the 34-yard line. And good piece of running that time for the Millionaires. They get some new people in, and that's Demir Sams Glover. Cooper Kidd comes over to make the tackle. They're still shy of the first down. Fourth down and 6. So we've got 5:52, 40-0 Del Val in the third Mercy Rule game. And boy, you remember the days when there was no Mercy Rule.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Last year, this Delaware Valley team at Delaware Valley, and Williamsport was decimated in that game. Had lost a lot of key players, weren't playing. And,
Mazzani is going to kick it back here, and that ball's going to travel inside the 35 down to about the 33-yard line. And Game of the Week brought to you by Rainbow Carpet. And they've got a great deal, 35-yard punt. Right now, 50% off vinyl and carpet remnants. A great sale at Rainbow, the Masser family. And that goes until October 31st, until Halloween. Big selection. Just in there the other day, tile, waterproof click floors, one of the hottest items they have. Hardwood, vinyl, and more. Check it out. Rainbow Carpet. See Mary and the gang at Rainbow and check them out this week. East 3rd in Williamsport. We've got some new people in the ball game. Of course, to the outside, good run. And that time, you talk about, babe, we're talking about pronunciations. And Joe Sheshka is going to be the guy, and I may be messing that up because we didn't get a chance. Babe was looking at that pronunciation earlier, and he said he's liable to get in this game, and there he is, Joe Sheshka. So I'm just taking a guess on the pronunciation.
You said, he won't play. And I said, hey, this game gets out of control.
Yeah, good run. He had a first down run. He's in there right now. Got a new quarterback in the ball game. And, of course, some new running backs. Aiden Oliver is the quarterback. Of course, he's the guy that's been doing the kicking. You've got Sheshka in there with 4:16 left in the third. And now Del Valle is they're going to pretty much unload their bench. And this has been the story for them. They've been averaging 40-plus a ball game, getting a lot of guys in. A lot of times it's just like this second half of the game. So they're going to get a lot of people in key positions for Delaware Valley. They've got Oliver, the QB. Sheshka is going to be the tailback. They run to him again. He's going to be cut down. Good run that time, and a good defensive tackle that time by Sebastian Robinson. The Millionaires cut him down after a couple of yard game. Third down at about 8.
Yeah, and this is a great time for Delaware Valley, particularly to get some backups into the ball game and give them a chance to. That's what builds your program when you get guys some playing time, and I think that was one of the problems with Frankie Barone. This is the first he's been here, the first he's been in the game. In a game. When he started last week, and then this week we didn't think he was going to start, and I'm not so sure what he knew.
Oliver back to pass, throws it deep and incomplete. That time Harlem Cook came into the ball game, and he's the intended receiver. Good coverage, Millionaires down there.
Yeah, it was real nice coverage by, and I'm not sure whether that was.
It looked like Demir Sam's Glover.
You think it was Sam's Glover? And he did a good job of staying with the man, didn't put his hands on him, and just shielded him away from the ball.
4th down and 8. And Oliver's going to punt it away for Delaware Valley. They haven't had to punt much tonight, that's for sure. We will have all the scores of all the other games coming up. We understand Southern Columbia now up 34-0. Keenan Brown to the outside, fields that ball with a man on him. He's going to get it out over the 20 and out to the 21-yard line. He'll be tackled right there. Southern 35-0 in the third over Wyoming area. So no score after one. Game of the week brought to you by Derek Slaughter for mayor. And Derek, Williamsport grad, played with the 99 state championship basketball team 20 years ago. City councilman. Derek's talking about transparency in government, financial respectability and responsibility. Wants to have regional town halls, press releases, communication with the taxpayer, building a new future for Williamsport. Vote Slaughter for mayor. It's all paid by the Derek Slaughter for mayor committee. And that election coming up early November. What is that, November 5th?
First Saturday, or first Tuesday in November, so that'd be about the 5th. You're right. Tuesday, yeah.
Running with that football off the left side, Williamsport Millionaires. Ashton Collado comes over to make the tackle again on Demir Sam's Glover. So get some young guys in. And Williamsport just trying to get themselves healthy. Get Dallas Grease back here and try to finish strong the next couple of weeks as the clock Running down to 1:37 left in the third. They were down 34-0 at halftime. They got down so quickly tonight. It was Matt Studsrud who carried a ball back in the opening kick, 61 yards, set up a short drive by Del Val, and then he's the man that intercepted a pass, goes 55 yards, and nothing doing there. And a real smack put on the Millionaires as they gave the ball that time to Nasir Smith. Anthony Decker comes over to make a real jarring hit. And that's going to be third down and long, Millionaires, here in the third period.
Well, it's we're down to 1 minute, and they may milk this out. It doesn't look like they're breaking huddle, so. But
yeah, tough when you're on this end of the end of the score.
40-second clock's down to 10 seconds, so they got to run at least one more play.
So Frankie Marone still in the ball game. He got his second start of his career tonight. They go back to Sam's Glover, and he'll run it to the 18-yard line, and he's going to be smacked right there. We've got a bunch of new guys in. Alex Chacha comes over to make the tackle. I've got to be honest, Del Val has some of the toughest pronunciations of the year. It's not like like Joe Smith. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they're different because they have multiple
What are you trying to say?
Hyphenations in there, but there's no hyphenation.
I see. All right, 4th down and 14. And that is it. That's the end of the third. We'll take a timeout. Rennie Road Armel Allstate game. It's been all Delaware Valley. They lead the Millionaires 40-0. Rennie, a lot of folks talk about Allstate claim satisfaction guarantee separating you from everybody else. Please explain that.
Yeah, to the best of my knowledge, we're the only company has that. If for any reason you're not satisfied with how your claim is handled, from as simple as not a phone call, a return call, anything like that, we return your 6-month premium to you. That's the confidence we have in our claim satisfaction handling auto insurance claims.
Rennie Road Armel, Allstate Insurance.
For over 33 years, Fairfield has been proud of what we sell and service. That's why we put our name on everything we sell. So whether you visit our Ford location in Williamsport or Montoursville, or our Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram dealerships in Muncie or Danville, or our Chevy Cadillac dealership on Route 15 in Lewisburg, you'll always experience great customer service during and long after the sale. Fairfield, you're gonna love us.
We are back, Cable Sports, and our Rennie Road Armel Allstate Game of the Week. Eric Christman and Babe Mayer from STA Stadium tonight, where it's been all Delaware Valley. Millionaires getting set to punt it back. Braden Mazzani has done all the punting. Dallas Grease did not play tonight, did not get cleared. We thought he was going to play. Heard that early in the week. Never got cleared for the concussion protocol, so he's missed 2 games. That's tough when you've got your team leader. Only a sophomore, but what a heck of an athlete. And hoping they can get him back next week. As they punt the ball back to Delaware Valley. They were down 34 at the half. It's now a mercy rule game. And Game of the Week brought to you by Eric Biter from Air. Going to be an interesting matchup between Biter and Slaughter coming up. Eric Biter from Air, of course, a businessman, business background, and it's all about staying on top of the economy, balancing budgets, a new fresh start for Williamsport, PA. Eric Biter from Air feeling they need a businessman in City Hall. Vote Eric Biter from Air, paid for by the Biter from Air Committee. On first down, breaking a tackle to the outside, Sheshka, and a good run. And nearly got the first down, about a 9-yard run, open field tackle that time by Demir Sams Glover is coming in the ball game and has run the ball well, played some good defense, both sides of the ball for number 6 for the Williamsport Millionaires. And Glover, sophomore, not big. He's only about 5'4", they list him at, and only 120 pounds.
But he plays bigger.
Sure
than that.
Does.
He's 50% of his body weight is heart. See, that's
you're
why
right
he can
about
play
that.
like that. He's going to be a player before he's done. They've
got Oliver as the QB for this team from Delaware Valley. Couple of new running backs into the ball game. Big haul off that right side. Good run inside the 30 down to the 25-yard line. And a big piece of running that time. Millionaire's Nasir Smith makes the tackle. And again, another run that time. And it's Will Genesis comes over to make a great run as he comes into the ball game.
That was a nice run. He got his pads low to the ground, and when people made contact, he was moving forward and turned it into a nice run.
10 minutes left as that clock continues to tick. We've got a couple of new receivers into this ball game. And first down and 10. They come fullback off that left side. Running that football inside the 5, end zone, touchdown. Great run that time, but Nick Berry has put up some pretty good numbers this year. And Nick Berry gets into the end zone for Delaware Valley on a 25-yard run. Berry, 5'11", 160. He's a senior. That is his 4th touchdown of the season, and he does it in a 25-yard run. And there's another look at it again. Good piece of running, but Nick Berry, he's been a key backup coming into games for Delaware Valley this year, and they go up 46-0.
And great blocking downfield by Mike Leopold to spring him into the end zone.
They're going to try another kicker this time, and this time it's going to be Cornick Starr, and his kick is up and good. And yeah, they're trying to get some new guys into kick because their kicker is out for the season, just had surgery in Sorrell, and they've done a pretty good job. We'll take time out. 47-0 our score. We'll be back in a moment.
BJ's M Street Tavern and Oyster Bar is a Central PA classic 7 days a week, Sealands Grove in Danville, featuring the only authentic oyster bar in the region every day. And the ribs that made BJ's famous are back. The new meaty St. Louis Tavern rib, slow cooked to perfection, served with their tangy barbecue sauce. For the finest fresh cut steaks, amazing salads, Mediterranean flatbreads, and save room for dessert. Check it out today. BJ's M Street Tavern and Oyster Bar since 1982, still a Central PA classic.
Well, the Williamsport Millionaires have had their hands full in this one, 47-0 Delaware Valley. And they average in that ballpark of the upper 40s in score this year. And there's the kickback Millionaires, and Malik Jones, there's a ball that's, wow, you talk about a loose ball, and they're lucky to get back on that. Jones overran it and fell down, and then somebody else tried to jump on it. That's a live football, and nearly Delaware Valley nearly recovered that, and it's been that type of night. Millionaires. Keenan Brown was lucky enough to get on top of that.
You're just not. That's not focus, and that's something that has to be addressed by this coaching staff. Is that you've got to somehow rally these guys as individuals.
Game of the week brought to you by the Clothier for Men in the heart of downtown Williamsport. Biggest selection, all the fall styles. Babe Mayer's gone on a modeling campaign for the Clothier next week. Frankie Marone tries to go bootleg, and he just gets run over. Good defensive hit that time coming over Delaware Valley. It's going to be Danny Anderson comes over to make the tackle, number 25. But, Babe, we're making a run down there. Jack Victor sport coat, maybe some slacks, Babe. Maybe you need a quarter zip sweater. It's amazing selection at the Clothier for Men.
I'm going to find something down there because there's so much there that you can't help but find something.
Absolutely. Williamsport Millionaires, they still have Demir Sams Glover in that backfield. They come pistol. Marone has gone all the way at quarterback, Millionaires. Glover runs to that outside. Is going to get about 2 yards on the play as Delaware Valley comes over to make that tackle. And Guy Palazzolo. I need a pronunciation guide in these games. Anderson was easy, the last one. Third down 13.
And still players being run in by Delaware Valley.
Well, he's getting everybody in right now. Third down 13. Double wide this near side. Sam's Glover with the ball again. He's not going to be anywhere near a first down. He's going to come up way short. They're going to have to punt it as they get out to the 22. And Danny Anderson makes a tackle again with 7:48 to play in this football game. We'll be talking to Keith Alsomer after the ball game, and an impressive win it will be for Delaware Valley. And you're talking about a great night tonight. Ball Carcel, 95 yards and 19 attempts, 4 touchdowns in this game. But boy, a guy that really played. Guy that we're going to talk to anybody. You got to talk Jason Henderson, who had in the ballpark of at least a dozen tackles in the first half of the game alone.
Yeah,
and,
he's
a guy Penn State's after, and some other big schools are after him. And he's only a junior, so they're very impressive, to say the least. The punt back to Del Val with 7-11. And the game of the week brought to you by KISS 102.7 80s to now, home of the Extreme Kitchen Makeover. And we will have key words coming Monday morning in the Crispin Show at 6:20. The amazing prize with Turnkey Construction and all those contractors and builders. And Penn State football tomorrow night on KISS FM. Airtime at 6 with a pregame. Steve Jones and Jack Ham from Iowa City as the Lions take on the Iowa Hawkeyes tomorrow night, kicking off at 7:30 on 102.7 the 80s to now. Couple new running backs into the ball game. That time, giving that ball away, it's going to be Brian Morley had it, and Bo Pearson comes over to make the tackle for the Millionaires.
Good tackle by Pearson. Now, if you think that this 47-0 score is bad, I want you to listen to the scores of their games since they lost that opener. 61-7, 70-0, 54-20, 48-13, 41-7. Is the closest game, 49-0.
Yeah, they've averaged something at least 34-point difference in their games coming up for Delaware Valley. I mean, they're the real deal. 6A, there's no question. Delaware Valley, new QB in the game. C.J. Ross is in the game, number 15 now. And is there going to be a...
Clock must have run down. Yeah, delay a game.
Delay a game. And they're going to get the penalty, back them up 5 yards with 6:03 left, and now that clock starts ticking again. We will have our Fairfield for Fantastic Deals post-game show, and that will be our Liberty Arena scoreboard show, the scores of the other games. But a lot of blowouts tonight. Everywhere we look, it was a no contest in the first half of most of those games. Running off that left side, Delaware Valley. And some new players in the ball game right here. Brian Morley again. Sebastian Robinson making the tackle for the Millionaires. Millionaires just have to, you try to put this behind you, but when you're banged up, you've had some guys out the last couple of weeks. The season has gone south for a team that started at 3-1. Next week, we're looking forward to it. Southern and Montoursville in the Borough next Friday night. And we'll have it for you pregame right around that 6:30 range, and we'll kick it off at 7 from Memorial Stadium. On the rollout, good pass that time. Trying to slip a tackle, he went down. The knee went down. The catch made, and Agostini made the catch. And quarterback C.J. Ross tossing it out there. Santino White came over to dive over the top of him and make the tackle.
I think they're running now. They're running complete teams out onto the field. They're running 11 players at a timeout. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, 4th down and 2, and it looks like they're going to punt the ball away. At 4th and 2, they held just shy of the first down. White made that tackle, and they'll kick it back to the Millionaires. Sam's Glover is back there. That's Demir Sam's - Glover, not Sam Glover. And that ball will not be able to be returned as it will be downed inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. And we'll set up 1st down and 10 for the Millionaires. And the final 4:12 of this ball game.
And Keith Alsomer, you got to give him credit. I mean, He's not trying to run the score up. He's put everybody. He has a big team over there too. I think everybody has played tonight, and class guy, really a good coach.
Yeah, no doubt. We talked to Keith a little bit before the ball game tonight. 96 grad at Penn State, played in some of those great teams, including maybe the best ever at Penn State, the 94 team that played and won the Rose Bowl over Oregon. Kerry Collins and all those guys, what a team that was. One of the best ever, I think maybe the best in Penn State history. Of course, our game of the week you saw, Fly World in Liberty Arena. Chaos Fun Zone, go-to place, all you kids and kids of all ages this weekend. And coming up in the post-game scoreboard show from Scores Sports Bar and Grill at Liberty Arena. They've got great food, but they got 15 high-def screens, great outdoor patio, and a go-to place to watch college football, Penn State game on tomorrow night, NFL all day Sunday. They've got all the games at Liberty Arena, Scores Sports Bar and Grill. Marone has gone the distance. He's got Sam's Glover, Demir Sam's Glover in the backfield. And he's quick, tries to get the outside, slips and falls, and dives ahead to about the 24-yard line as that clock winds down to 3:09. It has been a mercy rule second half. They fell 1 point shy of that. They're up 34-0 at halftime, but Del Val all over the Millionaires from the opening kickoff that was run 61 yards to the 24-yard line by Matt Studsrud to put up some big numbers. He then intercepted a pass, short drive for a score, and then on the next possession, he picks one off, goes 55 on a tipped ball for a touchdown. It was Henderson, of course, that nearly picked it and got a hand on it. But
Santino White comes into the ball game. He's in the slot at the top of the field.
Here comes Maroons. 2:29 left. They give it, of course, off that left side. And this ball club just really playing well that time. Tim Kizis comes over to make the tackle, number 85 for Delaware Valley. 4th down and 10. Millionaires overmatched tonight. Braden Mazzani's been punting it all night long. He's done a pretty good job. He's punting for Grease, who's been out with a concussion. And that's where it really started. And you knew that Keith Freeman, who made at least one good run tonight, Keith was nowhere near 100%. He's still banged up. It started. And Nasir Jones also about 60%. He was banged up coming in here tonight, too. So they got to get healthy. Kicking it back to Del Val. Trying to get a run back, and they've got room on the right side. Blockers with him. 25, 20, 10, touchdown. Run back, and what a run that time, but Joe Sheska. Joe Sheska takes it the distance, big-time run, and the return on the punt, and that makes it 53-0 Delaware Valley.
And, you know, on that one here, it almost looked like he was supposed to run the ball to that side of the field because they had like a picket fence lined up down the field, and,
yeah,
and
sure
it just
did.
gave him an alley to run it in. But he started to this side, then reversed it back. There's the replay as you can see it right now. And he takes it into the end zone. Just great blocking on that side.
Yeah, that's about a 50-yard return by Cheska. And there's the kick. That time Cormac Starr comes in. And that kick is no good. Will take time. Minute 34 left in the ball game. 53-0. Del Val throwing another shutout. And the Millionaires will take time. We'll be back. This is the Rennie Road Armor Allstate Game of the Week. Biters Furniture, Mattress and Appliances, 1966. Family owned, everything you need. Eric Biter, what's hot right now here?
What's hot right now is our sleep center. We've got one of the largest selections of mattresses in the area. Don't forget to add the adjustable base so you can go ahead and do that computer work or iPad work while you're sitting in bed. We've got motion furniture so you can watch the big game. And in the appliance department, tons of color. We've got black stainless, we've got slate, we've got it all.
Nobody does it like Biters Furniture, Mattress and Appliance, Route 15, South Side. Palco Federal Credit Union has served the area for over 75 years. Tom, Rachel, congratulations.
Thank you, Gary. We pride ourselves in our flexible, competitive loan products that we offer. We can finance houses, cars, boats. We offer a Visa card. It's 8.9% fixed rate. Great products.
And I know your members love the online banking.
Absolutely. It's very easy to do. Just log on and you conduct all your business from your home.
Check it today. Palco Federal Credit Union, member serving members for 75 years. Well, it's 53-0 in this ball game. We're down the final minute and a half. And here comes Demir Sam's Glover back with a foot. Now it's going to be Keenan Brown. It looks. No, it's going to be Sam's Glover. It will be number 6, and he'll bring the ball back. And it was Brown. It was Brown. It's been a long night tonight. I saw 6 and then 16 and then 6 again. But Keenan Brown has been returning most of the kicks tonight. And I'm kind of wondering why they don't run Brown at running back. You know, he's been a wide receiver, but I understand there's a big upside in his the possibility for the Millionaires. So here come the Cherry and White with 1:21 left in this ball game.
And
it's been a long night.
I think they're going to take a knee.
Yeah, they are going to take a knee. Millionaires on first down, and they're going to let that clock run down. And the Cherry and White, they're going to let this thing run out. And it looked like they took a knee in that last play. They're going to run somebody else in the ball game now. Millionaires are getting enough guys on the field right now. Bo Pearson goes into the game.
They'll have to take at least one more knee, and then the clock will be run out.
And the Millionaires are pretty much saying we've had enough. And it has been all of that. And never look back in the game. Delaware Valley after jumping up here early. And they've had a good luck to Keith Alsimer, and this is a really good football team, and that is it. No sense of running one more. And it was one of those nights, 53-0, the final score of this ball game. One reason to stick around in the post-game show, we've got scores of other games, and that is coming up. And if we get a chance, we'll talk to Keith Alsimer, and Keith's been part of these all year. That's how good this team is, and yeah, hard to believe they were shut out in their first game of the year. They've now won 7 in a row. They are 7-1 and a team to be reckoned with in the PIAA. There's no doubt about that. We'll get down to Ben Reichley in a moment and try to grab Keith Alsimer and see if we get a chance to talk to him. And, you're watching, if you're still watching this ball game, there were not many good games tonight around the area. A lot of blowouts. And we're going to get a chance. One guy we are going to get a chance to talk to is Jason Henderson. What a night for Jason. And Ben Reichley, let's go down and talk to Jason because he put up some big-time numbers tonight. He had at least a dozen tackles in the first half of the game. Ben, are you ready? Let's go down and talk to Ben Reichley. Ben? Yep, go ahead. All right, Ben, don't walk away from me. Let's go down there. You've got him all set to go. Let's go down and talk. And I know Keith Alsimer is there. And let's grab both guys, fellas. Okay. All right, let's get Henderson in. Let's talk to Keith Alsimer. Ben.
Coach, boy, not a lot to say except you guys dominated from the opening kickoff.
Our kids played well. They had a lot of kids that have been in and out of the lineup the last few weeks. They're going to be fine. That's a young football team that we played here tonight, and we're a veteran group, and you kind of hope that a veteran group can come out and jump on a younger team and not give them any momentum or any life, and I thought our guys did a really nice job with that.
Your season, a little stumble out of the gates, and since then it seems like your referees had you a couple games. They said you guys have been on all 8 cylinders.
We've done some things well at points throughout the course of the year. There's times when we get moving and we do some really nice things.
Coach, we're going to get Jason over here, but the guys upstairs are looking around. I thought there was 2 number 6 on the field. We thought he had a brother. I think he had 14 tackles tonight, ran the ball, but maybe the most impressive play was down at the end zone. You were still leading the tailback, and you blew the Williamsport defensive back into the end zone. So he was hustling all over the field tonight.
Yeah, Jason is a heck of a ball player for us. He does a lot of things. He can catch the ball, run the ball, blocks his tail off, and he's a pretty good linebacker, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coach, good luck the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Jason, congratulations.
Thank you.
Heck of a ball game, and like we talked about there, you can look at your stats, you can look at your tackles, but when you're 30 yards downfield, still leading your tailback towards a touchdown, even though he went out the 2-yard line, that's a heck of a football play.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Tonight, it looked like you guys, just as we talked to Coach earlier, dominated from the start defensively, but boy, your offensive line was opening up some holes.
Yeah, we have a great line. They're big up front. not bigger than our opponents most of the time, but they're big enough, they're quick enough. They do a great job opening up holes, and our tailback just runs his butt off every play.
I would say your running back coach should be pretty happy because I think he's tough on you guys during practice. The ball's high and tight, and the legs are moving, and there were times you guys broke 2, 3, 4 tackles to gain yardage.
Yeah, our coach is very strict with his details. Every day he stresses how details are important, and that's why we do what we do.
Well, it's a long bus ride to come down here from Del Val. If you're going to have a long bus ride home, you might as well go home with a big victory. Congratulations, stay healthy, and we'll look for you guys in the playoffs.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
I'll tell you what, Coach has to be happy with that effort. And again, if you look at their record, you look at Stumble Out of the Gates and what they've been lately. And Babe, I know you read their scores off. 54-0 might only be in the middle of that. I tell you what, we'll see. If you're following high school football in the East, you'll see Del Val's name going into the playoffs. Very, very disciplined. And Babe, it goes back to, you talked about too, Paterno-like. Run the ball, play good defense, good things happen.
And execute.
Yeah, very good team.
Hey, that final score, 53-0 was the final score of that ball game tonight, as the Millionaires coming up short to Delaware Valley. And that is our final score. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back. Post-game show, Fairfield for fantastic deals as scores the other games. And boy, I'll tell you, a great effort all the way around by Delaware Valley, but certainly the guy we just talked to, Jason Henderson. You Penn State fans, you might just get him. Penn State's one of the teams after him, along with the Spartans of Michigan State and more. He had 14 tackles in the ball game, and all of that in the first half of the game. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back. This is the Rennie Road Armel All-State Game of the Week. Randy Jr., a lot of folks want to know about kids and driving. Young drivers, you guys are phenomenal when it comes to putting together a great plan insurance-wise for a young driver. Tell me more.
Absolutely, Gary. Come in here and sit down with our insurance professionals. We can talk to you about your young driver, how we can save you money on your young drivers, from capitalizing on discounts such as good student discounts to discussing our DriveWise app and how we can help you monitor the driving habits of your young driver. And as we mold those driving habits with feedback for them, we get additional discounts to help families save money on those young drivers. Recently, I sat down with a young driver this week and saved them $3,000 a year on their premium, Gary.
That's huge. Now's the time. If you've got a young driver coming up, getting the license, you need the proper insurance, save money, talk to the best. Rennie Road Armel, Allstate Insurance.
BJ's M Street Tavern and Oyster Bar is a Central PA classic 7 days a week, Sealands Grove and Danville, featuring the only authentic oyster bar in the region every day. And the ribs that made BJ's famous are back. The new meaty St. Louis Tavern rib, slow cooked to perfection, served with their tangy barbecue sauce. For the finest fresh cut steaks, amazing salads, Mediterranean flatbreads, and save room for dessert. Check it out today. BJ's M Street Tavern and Oyster Bar since 1982, still a Central PA classic.
Palco Federal Credit Union has served the area for over 75 years. Tom, Rachel, congratulations.
Thank you, Gary. We pride ourselves in our flexible, competitive loan products that we offer. We can finance houses, cars, boats. We offer a Visa card that's 8.9% fixed rate. Great products.
And I know your members love the online banking.
Absolutely. It's very easy to do. Just log on and you conduct all your business from your home.
Check it today. Palco Federal Credit Union, member serving members for 75 years.
When it comes to Billtown's best pizza, everyone knows Park Pizza. Memorial Avenue, Williamsport, right behind the outfield fence at Bowman Field. Offering takeout, delivery, and dine-in, open daily at 4 p.m. Finest pizza around and great stromboli, wings, and more, the best since 1960. It's a tradition in pizza like no other. Takeout, delivery, dine-in, Park Pizza since 1960. Give them a call today at 322-9024.
Hey guys, back here at Biters, it all started with appliances. 1966, grandfathers selling appliances from the garage many years ago, and now you've evolved bigger and better than ever. And Eric Biter, I'm telling you, tell me what is hot this year.
Right now it's color. In the appliance industry, you're going to see colors like slate, and behind us we've got some black stainless, one of the hottest colors that's out right now.
You've got a tag up here. Show me what that means, because I think it means you've got the lowest prices when it comes to appliances.
That's right. On these tags go out, they scrape our website and our competitors' website, so we know that we're priced right for all the product that we have on our floor.
Absolutely. So many great things that you have. All right. Tell me more about how you can get an item that maybe you don't have right now. You can turn it around, get it pretty quickly, right?
We can. We have access to a distribution center in Harrisburg with $29 million worth of inventory. If they have it in stock, we'll have it within 24 hours.
Everything under the sun, and a great display that you have right here. Let's talk about this. Fantastic.
This is GE's hot color right now, the black stainless. This is the most popular color that we have on our floor.
Lowest pricing, best selection, Biters since 1966. Eric, thanks.
Thank you, Gary.
Biters Furniture, Mattress, and Appliance, South Williamsport. Check them out today. Hey, we're back. Fairfield postgame show. Gary Crispin and Babe Mayer, 53-0. The final score of this ball game. Delaware Valley over the Millionaires, 34-0 at halftime. Babe, there's not much we can say, really. It's just one of those nights. You're outmanned. Veteran team. They're loaded, and they're going to, I think, make a very big run and a big statement. And there's no question they're going to be the best team you're going to play all year. And you can tell why Keith Alsumer has a great program. They reload every year, and they win it going away, but they set the tone early.
I'm not as concerned how bad they lost the game here tonight. What I am concerned about is that's 4 losses in a row. And as I said during the game, you can learn how to win and you can learn how to lose. And in this particular situation, you lose 4 in a row. The players are learning how to lose, and players don't think like, well, we had this guy out or we had that guy out or whatever. They want to win, and that's a tough thing to overcome now, and the coaching staff has to address that with this team this week. They have got to learn to focus and learn to motivate themselves as individuals. And hopefully things will come together.
In this ball game tonight, Delaware, total dominance, 350 to 59 in total yards, 18 to 5 in first downs. Celia was a solid 7-11, 93 yards passing, 1 touchdown, and of course, Ball Carcel, he's a real deal, 95 yards and 19 attempts, 4 touchdowns. But Henderson, who blocks so well and can run it at fullback. Talking about a linebacker. You know why Penn State, Michigan State, a lot of those teams are after him. 6 foot 210 junior, and they had him downstairs for 14 tackles pretty much in the first half alone. That was a key in this football game tonight. There's no doubt. So that's the story. Let's take a look at a River Valley Transit big play. Goes back early. Matt Studsrud set the tone. He had a 61-yard return of the opening kick, and now he's going to be, as Henderson got a shot at it, and it's going to be picked off, and Studsrud is going to take it back 55 yards on the return of the interception. And before they could blink an eye, Millionaires were down 14-0.
Yeah,
and that's how it started, and it got worse. And by the way, Balcarcel had 4 touchdowns in the game. He's got 19 in the season, and they win it going away easily, 34-0 at the half.
Yeah, and it wasn't a ball game after really that touchdown right there, and it was an unfortunate tip ball by Henderson of all people. He gets his hand up, tips it up in the air, and it gets intercepted on a tip drill situation. And great blockers when the ball is going towards the end zone is this Delaware Valley team.
Okay, let's take a look at scores of the other games. Biters game ball, your guess is good as mine tonight. I think I'm taking this one home tonight. I'm telling you, we'll get back to you on the Biters game ball. That is a tough one. It goes to the home team, but babe, that's a tough guess for the Millionaires because there was not much on the bright side to talk about on the Biters game ball tonight. Lushy, I'll give you a vote. We'll come back to that. Let's go to our scoreboard show. It was tough. 53-0. And here are the scores. Scores Sports Bar and Grill, and they're a go-to place. Yes, babe.
Here's what I want you to do, Gary. I want you to see how many of these games were mercy rules. All right?
It was not a good night. If you're rooting for your team to win big, you're in good shape. But if you're looking for a nail biter, you're not going to find one.
Well, we can start off with this is a nail biter here. Montoursville 38, Mifflinburg nothing. We got Loyalsock 54, Milton 15.
14.
14, excuse me. We got the Jersey Shore 40, Lewisburg 21. And we got Mount Carmel 53, South Williamsport 0.
Wow, that's tough. Same score as this score.
Yep, we got 42 Bloomsburg, 5 for Hughesville.
That's 6, babe.
For Hughesville.
You want me to do these?
No,
I know you're.
I got them. I just having a little trouble seeing them. Troy 46, Montgomery nothing, and finally Selinsgrove Central Mountain 38 for Selinsgrove Central Mountain 14. How many mercy rolls did we have tonight?
There were a bunch, and the last time we checked, what was that score with Southern Columbia? Last time it was at least
42-0.
42-0. Yeah. Is that a final? 42-0 final over Wyoming area. They throw a shutout. So, yeah, it looks pretty good for Jersey Shore, who put up 14 on them last week. But, hey, next week, that's our final score, 53-0. We're going to head out. Next week, we're going to Montoursville, Southern Columbia at Montoursville. That is the game everybody's talking about. And I feel pretty good about the Warriors. I mean, if anybody's going to give them a game, it's going to be the Montoursville Warriors and J.C. Kiefer and that great staff. That veteran team with a lot of new guys coming in. They're going to throw a lot of bodies at them. And as JC is going to say, hey, all that does is get us ready for the playoffs. You play the best. You want to be the best, you play the best. And that's what the Warriors are going to do next week. It will be a blast at the Borough Memorial Stadium. And we'll have it as a game of the week. 6:30 pregame show next week. As undefeated 8-0 Southern goes to undefeated 8-0 Montoursville. It'll be our Rennie Rhode Armel All-State game. That's going to be fun.
And get there early because it's going to be a crowd.
Yeah, I might have to walk in from my house, to tell you the truth. That's going to do it for our entire crew. For Babe Mayer, I'm Gary Crispin saying so long from STA Stadium. Tonight, you see how good Delaware Valley is. They're the real deal. They win big over the Millionaires, 53-0. See you next week. Hey, we're back. Post-game show, Fairfield for fantastic deals. Gone on 34 years. Rick Quigley here, Mike Rosamelia. Fairfield Ford of Williamsport up here in the West End, 3600 West 4th Street, right past the Williamsport High School entrance. And I'll tell you, huge selection, Rick, up here. Great having this at this end of the county.
It is. People love it. We're up here. Got a lot of service. Our service customers really love it here because it's right out of Newberry, right out of Williamsport, and get great service here. Plus, the sales are doing really well. Mike's doing a great job with sales.
You need it fixed. The Collision Center, they do an amazing job. Mike, you've got some great vehicles. This is a Bullet. This is a Steve McQueen Mustang Bullet 2019. Tell me about this vehicle.
Yes, it is. It's a very limited edition with a flashback to Steve McQueen, of course, back in the 60s. It's the new 2019 Ford Mustang Bullet. Some special upgrades as far as horsepower and performance, but you have to see it to believe it. It's a beautiful automobile that takes you back.
Yeah, this is a collectible. This is one of those muscle cars you guys are known for. Hard to get.
Very limited numbers made.
Yeah, you got to check it out. And if they can't get it, Rick, you'll go find another.
Absolutely, no problem.
You've got to check it out. Fairfield for fantastic deals. And then you get the Ford Ranger, the Explorer, Escape, Edge, right on down.
It's all up here. Everything here, 3600 West 4th. We got it.
Check it out. Fairfield for fantastic deals. Fairfield Ford of Williamsport. We'll be back with more of the postgame right after this timeout.
Ray-Ban, Nike, Polo Ralph Lauren, Maui Jim, Costa, Gucci, Wiley X. Price Optical has the widest selection of sunglass eyewear in the area. Attention gas workers and outdoorsmen and women. Wiley X sunglasses are ANSI safety rated and military ballistic certified. At Price Optical, we set our sights on your vision. Our focus is on providing you complete quality eyewear. Price Optical, for the finest in eyewear.
Hi, everybody. Babe Mayer here at Dolly's Diner West, where you get great food at reasonable prices. It's open 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, featuring Dolly's big-as-a-plate pancakes, omelets, homemade sticky rolls, and famous Griggs coffee. Delicious soups and sandwiches, and daily lunch and dinner specials, and tasty desserts. Dolly's Diner West, where any food worth eating is worth eating a lot of.
Why, the name is Furlinger, Bud Furlinger, River Valley Transit's original driver, date back to 1933. This baby goes back to 62. Sort of reminds me of my third wife, Shirley. You can see it here at the Peter Hurdig Transportation Museum. You know, we've come a long way, but we still have the lowest discounted fares in the state. We cover the region from Jersey Shore to Hughesville. This is the new Church Street Transportation Center, and this baby is our new hybrid bus. River Valley Transit, dedicated to get you there.
The Clothier in the heart of downtown Williamsport has the biggest selection of the state in all the top name brands. Vineyard Vines, Barber, Tommy Bahama, sport coats by Jack Victor and Hart Shafter and Marks. Now, did Babe Mayer make his decision?
Francis, this is the look.
Babe, promise me you're going to wear this on the football game show.
You know I will, Francis.
The Clothier, West 4th, downtown Williamsport.
Griggs' Coffee and Peanuts and Dolly's Diner, serving 3 meals 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., 3 p.m. on Sundays. House-made desserts, including famous Griggs' sticky buns, coffee, peanuts, and peanut butter, and specialty drinks. Griggs' Coffee and Peanuts and Dolly's Diner, just off North Loyalsock Avenue in Montoursville.
Kiss 102.7, the 80s to now.
Out of the gun is Shear. They put Delaney in motion. Fake the jet sweep over the middle. Touchdown. What a throw. And a great catch by Cam Wood. Down a point. Out of the gun. Option. Keeper. Grease. First down. Grease in traffic. Grease running past the man. Dallas Grease. Touchdown. 4th down and 11 at the 20. They go up top again. Same place. Watkins jump ball. Did he make it? Touchdown. What a catch. Here comes Polizzi. Good speed. Breaks the tackle. 25-20 down the sideline. Spins. Touchdown. What a run. Rocco Polizzi.